各位亲爱的网友朋友，大家好。
Good day, everybody.
今天我们的直播内容很有意思哈，就把它这个名字缩短了，叫驱邪。那是不是有驱邪的这个故事，这个效果呢？我们听听后面的事儿就知道了。首先，简单跟他说一下，什么叫驱，什么叫邪哈。首先，驱是赶走的意思，回避了，赶走了，消除了。那邪呢，就是邪气。那什么是邪气呢？
So what is evil
一切
energy?
不正常让你得病、
Anything that's not
遭
normal,
灾
that cause you to
倒
fall
霉
sick,
等等这样的
or
能量都
unlucky,
叫邪
this
气。
type of energy are called the evil
这
energy.
个我们今天的直播当中的驱邪
In today's live
这些
broadcast,
怎么讲呢？先听听我们的分享
let's
和故
listen
事，
to
大
our
家
friends
从中一
sharing,
定会受益
and
的。
from there, I'm sure you will
对
benefit.
感恩师父。
Thank you,
首先呢，
Master.
带给师父和大家的是一个来自
First,
台湾
we
台
share a
中的小姑
story
娘
from
她
a
的一
small,
个
a young
租
lady
屋的
from
历险经
Taichung,
历。
Taiwan.
她说：“师父好，我
She
叫
said,
潘雨
Hi,
珍，
Master.
今
My
年
name is
才
Pan
18 岁，
Yuzhen. I'm
家住
18
在
years
台中，
old,
但是呢是
and I
在
live
台
in
南读书
Taichung,
的。
but I
9月
study in
16号，
Tainan.
也就大概半个月前
In
哈，
September
我接
16,
到一个不太熟悉
I
的
suddenly
陈同
received
学
a
的电
call
话，
from a very
他知道我
unfamiliar
要去高
classmate
雄，
Chen.
便邀请
She
我
knows I'm going
去
to
他在
Kaohsiung
高
and
雄
invited
租
me
住的屋子去
to
玩。
play with her in her rented
那么
house
我呢，
in
听说
Kaohsiung.
陈同
I
学
found out
行为
that
有点
classmate
异
Chen
常，
has
而
been
且有2
behaving
个星期了。
anomaly for
比
2
如呢，
weeks,
他会去草
such
地
as
打滚
she
儿，
would roll on
还
the
会自言自语，
grass,
而且
talk
他
to
睡得也
herself,
非常的不安
and
稳。
sleep very
那么9月17
restlessly.
号呢，就是第2天呢，
The
我
next
就去高
evening,
雄
I
了，
went to
就到了
Kaohsiung
他的
to
家。
check on
我走
my
到他
classmate
家
Chen.
门口
When
的
I
时候
came
哈，
to the door
我
of a
就感
rented
觉头
house,
很晕。
my
然
head
后
was
呢，
very
陈同学
dizzy.
离我3、4米的距离，可是我看
The
他的
face
时候
of
呢，
my
他的
classmate is
脸
about
庞
3-4
是模
meters
糊
from
的，
me, and when I
看不
look
清
at
楚。
her, it
而
was unclear.
他
I
旁
can't
边
see
的
her
同
face
学
well.
脸庞我看的都是很清
But
晰
the
的，
classmate
哎，
which was
我就
beside
感
her,
到
I
非
can
常的不
see
寻
their
常。
face very well.
那离开
Very
他
clear,
家
so
之
I
后
find
呢，
that
我
very
每天
unusual.
都头痛，
After
一
that, I
天比
experience
一天
headache
更
every
严重，
day.
甚
It
至
got
头顶
worse
上
as each
还
day
有刺
passes,
痛感，
and even have a
一直到
pain
4
sensation
天以
on my
后
head,
啊，
top of my head.
那
4
我
days
下午3点
later,
钟就开始头剧烈
at 3
疼痛，
p.m., my
结
head
果呢又
suddenly
发
had
高烧，
severe
从
pain.
37度一直升
I
到
had
38.9。
high fever from
我忍着剧烈
37.1
的头
degree to
痛，还是打
38.9
车回到
degree.
了台中，就
I
回到台
endured
中
a
的
severe
家嘛。
headache
那妈
and
妈赶紧带
took
我
a
去
ride
看医
back to
生，医
Taichung.
生查不出
My
原
mom took
因，
me to
就
see a
开了止痛
doctor,
药给
and the
我。
doctor couldn't find the
到了第
cause
7
but
天，我
prescribed
仍
me
然在发
painkillers.
烧中，吃药也没用。
And I
后来
was
呢，我
having
了解
fever,
到，
taking
原来
medicine
陈同
doesn't
学
help.
居住的那一个租的屋
And
子呀，是
slowly
个
we got to
凶
know
宅。
that my
凶宅
classmate's
就是
house
里边死过
is a
人的
haunted
哈。
house. That means that
然后
somebody
妈妈呢
passed
就
on in
马
that
上
place
为这个
before.
凶宅里面
And
的
my
那些有
mom
缘
quickly
众生啊，
immediately
在禅堂点了
offered
超
light
荐
at the
光明
meditation
灯。
center for the destituted
第2天
beings
呢，
in the
哎，
haunted
陈同学
house.
倒是跟我说，
The
说
next
他不
day,
再害
classmate
怕
Chen
了，
told
而
me
且
that
他
she's
是
no
觉得睡得
longer
安稳
afraid
了，而
and
是
could
我
sleep
仍然在持
peacefully.
续的发
But
烧。
I still have
一
persistent
直到了
fever
9月26号，也就是第
until
10天
on
了，
the 29th of
下午6
September,
点
the,
钟，
ni-
我
the
又
10th
为
day,
那个房屋
I
里边的有
lighted
缘众
lamp
生
for the
点了超荐
destitute
光明
beings
灯。
in the house
禅堂老师
again.
呢，也给了我一
The
颗
teacher at the
师傅
meditation
亲手
center
制作
also
的
gave
八宝
me
灵珠，
an
戴
8
到了身
auspicious
上。
treasure bead
哎，这天
handmade
晚
by
上8点
Master.
钟，我的烧
At
居然
8
退
p.m.,
了，
my fever
还是
actually
师傅
went
的八宝
down.
灵珠起了作
My
用。
mom told
那妈
me
妈让我好好
to
休息，
rest
同时也播放
and
了师
play
傅的安
Master's
魂加持。
spirited
那那
grounding
一晚
blessing
呢，我睡
music
得
at the
很
same
安稳。
time.
到
I
第2
slept
天，
soundly
体
that
温
night.
就全都正常
By the
了，
next
我就
day,
高高
my
兴兴
body
去上学
temperature
了。
was
好
normal
像
and I went to
10
school
天前、10
happily,
天以来发生的
as
这
if
一切
nothing had
都
happened for the
没有了
past
一样。
10 days.
那么我也回想，当时我
Later,
见到
I
陈同学
recall
的
that
时
when I
候呢，
met
还好
my
啊，
friend
很幸
Chen,
亏哦，我随身
it
佩
was
戴师傅
fortunate
加
that I
持的法
won
物，我带的是智
Master's
慧剑和
blessed
金刚
treasure.
杵。
I
我
wore
相信
the
呢是这
magic
些法
sword
物
of
让我的
wisdom
状况
and the
减轻了，
Vajra that
不然的
Master
话，
had
这个
blessed
后
to
果
ease
可
the
能会更吓
situation.
人。
Otherwise, the
那么这一次
consequences
的
might have
经
been
历
more
啊，
frightening.
有惊吓到，
Although I was
身体也受了一些
frightened
痛
and
苦
suffered some
但因此
physical
呢
pain
让我
from
感
this
受到师
experience,
父的八宝
it
莲
made me
珠
feel
大
that
大
the
的加
blessed
持力，还
treasure,
有
the
维
eight
利禅
auspicious
说法
treasure
物
bead
和供灯
from
的加
Master
持力，
and auspicious
让凶宅的有缘正生有机会
meditation,
得到帮助。
dharma, and the
感
lighting
恩
of
师
lamp,
父
and it
慈
gave
悲
me
加持护
and the
佑。
destitute being in the haunted house an opportunity to get help. Thank
这
you,
个
Buddha,
凶宅
Bodhisattva,
哈，
Master,
凶宅要我们给大家
for his
议
compassionate
论一下
blessing
对
and
呀
你刚才
protection.
凶宅死过人是
Okay,
吧？
let's talk about the haunted
不
house.
是按老宅子来说，谁家没死
You
过
say
人
that
呢？
the haunted house has
都叫
somebody
凶宅
passed
嘛。
on, right? But if you talk about houses that has been for many, many years,
被杀的
whose house
呃，
doesn't
这是
have
不
a
正常
person
死
who
亡
have。died before, right?
比如说在里面喝药死、
So
上
maybe it
吊
means
死、
that these
割腕
people
死
who died
那
in
么各
an
种的，比如
abnormal
说自杀
way,
在这个屋
like
子里，
they died
或
in
者
a
他杀
suicide, or
等等的，这才成为凶宅。
is killed by somebody else. That's called haunted house.
如果是正常
老死
死亡，
的、病死的，
If a
都不
person
算。
who died normally in a house,
对。
it's not considered a
哎
haunted
所
house.
以凶宅是这样哈。所以
So
我
that's
们
how
在
we
外面
define
买房、
haunted
租
house.
房，
So when we buy a
包括旅
house,
馆的某些
or
房
when，we rent a house,
都有
or
这样。
even when we go to a
因为有
hotel
些
to
人
stay
寻
in a
短见
room,
的，还
these
专
are
门
the
跑一些
cases.
好的旅
Because
馆
some
去。
people who wants to
他说
commit
反正也是最
suicide,
后一夜了
they will go and
啊，是
find
吧？那就
a
是
good hotel
对，
because
弄个
it's
好
the
房
last
子吧，
night,
就是好房子也没享受了，
or
他
they
给
find
人
a good
给
house
他在那儿死
before
了。
they can
我们
enjoy.
不要说他为什么
They
死
choose
哈
to die.
我
We
们
do
只
not
是说
say
这种
why
现
they
象
die.
确实是有发生。
But there are such
哎，所以
cases.
这位潘雨珍姑娘呢，就
So
遇到
this
这样子。
lady, Pan Yuzhen,
哎
she experienced
她呢，我们可以稍稍回忆一下几个点哈。
something like that.
她见到她同学之后，她
So
那个
let's
视觉
recall her
上
point when she
发生了问
see
题。
对他3、
when she
4
saw her
米，这个孩
friend
子应该视力都是很正常的嘛，3、4米的距离，
she couldn't see so well. When she
脸是模糊
saw
的
her
可
friend
是旁边的
Chen,
同样的
their
距离的人
faces
就看得很清晰。
are blood.
这是怎么
But when she look at
这叫
other
为啥
friends who
呢？
are standing
我
beside
们只能说这叫打眼
this classmate,
打眼，
their
啊，打眼。
faces are very clear.
啊，就是有一种能量，就是说，
So
这
there's a
不是都
kind
这样
of
子哈。
energy,
就是说，在一个正常距离，我们在看谁的时
like
候，
in a
应该看清
normal
楚。
distance,
在
we
这
should be able to
2、3
see a
人之
person
中，
clearly.
同样的距离，我怎么就看不清他？
But with so many people
并
in
且
front
他
of
的
you
那
at
个
the same
方向并
distance,
没有一个
why
明
she
显的
couldn't
光线
see that
来
particular
刺痛我的
person
眼，对不
clearly?
对？比如说我们逆光看，
There's no special lighting
比如
effect,
说看
like
东方，
she's not
早
looking at
晨，
them against the
正好
light.
你呢正好从东方来看我，所以
Like
正
in
好
the
阳光
morning,
这样呢
if，you are
让我就
looking
逆
towards
光看的时候，
the
我当然看不
sunlight
清你。
direction, you may not
对不对？
see a person
那是
clearly.
正
This
常。
is normal.
但是如果在屋里头没
But
有
if
什
you
么
are in a
顺光逆光
house
的情况下，
and there's no light
哎
effect,
这2个人在同样一个位置，可是我
when
看
everybody is
这位
standing at the
同学就
same
看不清，
distance, she could
这个
see
时候就有问
the
题。
other friend, but she
我们
couldn't
就有个
see
问
this
号，为
particular
什么？
friend clearly. Why is that so? This is a question mark.
还是
然后他见了这个去了陈同学
And
家之
later,
后
after
回
she
到家
went
就
to
出状况了，
the friend's
头痛。
Chen's house, she
头痛
started to feel
哎
uncomfortable.
剧烈疼
The
痛，
top of her head is very
还发烧。
was very painful. She had
就是这些现象大家
persistent
记住
fever
哈。对，你去了一个屋子，
So
或去了一个地
if you
方
go to a
之后
place
呢，头痛、
and you
发
felt
烧
headache,
什么恶
had
心，
fever, or you
包括
feel
睡
like
不好，
vomiting,
这些都是要小
and
心
includes
的，
not
说不定
sleeping
都会与
well,
邪气
you
有
have to
关
be
系。
careful because all this could be related
那他接
to
下来，
the evil spirit.
陈同学
哦，
陈同学他的那个异
And
常
this
行为
friend,
在草
Chen,
地上打滚儿，
she has
还
very
自言
weird
自语啊
reaction.
她也
She
是
usually
口
roll on the grass.
就
She
自言
talk
自
to
语这件
herself.
事儿，有很多人他觉得我自言自语是正
Yeah,
常
some
的。
people may think that
我
when
就
they
是
talk
见
to
过一
themselves,
些
it is
各种
normal.
年龄的人呢
I've seen
自言
people
自语
from various ages that
看你们
speak
俩
to
有没有自言
themselves.
自语
Do
过？
you speak to yourself
比如
before?
说自己做的菜真好
Like you are
吃，
cooking and you say, "Oh, it tastes good."
我比较少，但是我也看到有
I
人这
don't
样
really
然后
do
问
that
他们
much,
就
but
说
I
可能是
see
一个人
people like that more often, and they say
小
that
孤单习惯了
maybe they are a
就
bit
自言自语说话
lonely as they stay alone, so they have the tendency to talk to themselves.
偶尔自己给自己有人冒出来一句
Sometimes,
话
if
还
you
可以
talk to yourself
啊，比如说我做这个事儿，
once in a
好不容易把
while,
这个
that's fine.
很难的
Like
一
you
件事
cook
情做完
something
了说，哎呀
well,
真
or you
开
finish
心
doing
啊
something
冒
that's
出来可以
difficult, and you say,
但是
"Oh,
呢，一边做事一边想
I'm
给
so
人对话，
happy."
可是
That
旁
is
边没有
fine.
人。
But if you are
哎
doing
这个时候就
something
问
and you are
题就不一
talking
样了
to a
哈
third
那
party,
他是不是看
another
见了一个
person
人在和那个人对话？
and yet there's nobody
可是
standing
我们
beside you,
观察到
that
这个事
is
情的人呢，
that
并没
is
有
not
看见
right.
有第三者存在。
Like when we see this person
啊这个时候
talking
就会多想一点
to
啊
another person, but
是不是
there's
对
no
话的
such
人
person
看到
around,
对，就他在跟谁说话
then you have to
对
be worried.
对我小时候看到另外一个小孩儿，
When I was
他
young,
拿着一
I
个
saw
花
another
生糖
child. He was
给你
eating a peanut, and he said, "Let me give you
给另
one."
外那个人说，
He gave to the other
好吃吗
person and say, "Is it
哦，
nice?
好吃啊，好吃，再来一
It's
颗吧。
nice. Come, I'll give you
就是这
another
样
one."
吓我一跳。
And I got a
旁边
shock
没有人了
because there
他的
wasn't
手是
anyone
他的表
beside
情
him.
看着他对面，可是我在他后面。
It was like he was looking opposite him, but I was standing behind him, and it was scary. And my hair stand.
嗯， 对他真是在跟人对话。
He was really
但有时
talking
候
to another
有
party.
时候我经常看到小孩子这样子，
Sometimes I see
有时候
children
我
do
在
that,
想，
and I was thinking,
这小孩子可能孤独寂寞，
maybe this
他能想
child
出来
is
另外一个人，
lonely,
对，
他的想
and
象力
he
很强。
think, and he's
那或者
very
是
creative. He may
另
think
外一
that
回
there's
事，
another person around him,
看到了，
他真
or
看到了，
it could be another
对，而且对
case.
方在给他说话。
He could have really
哎
seen
对
something,
所
and
以
the
呢，
other
这些
the other
这
party
位
is
这位
talking to
潘
him.
玉珍姑娘哈，她经历的这些里头的细
So
节，
all this
我们也不
experience
妨
from
有点
Pan
印
Yu
象给
Zhen,
大家啊。
we have
但是好
to
在她还带了
take
一
note
些
of
身
all
上
this
带了一些我们的小法物，
experience.
智慧
哎
剑，
And she said, luckily, she brought
对
some of
对
our
我们那个智慧剑
She
呢
had some
都已
of
经销售
our
一空了哈。
是的，
这是
Dharma
一把
treasures
小
with
小
her.
的文殊菩萨的宝
Our
剑，
wisdom
啊
sword
现在没有了
is
啊。
already out of
可是金刚
stock.
杵
It's a
还是有
small
的啊
sword, but we still
对
have our
她带着
Vajra
这两样东西，
pestle.
那也
So
是
she had
像
this
她说的，如
two
果我这些东西都没有带，
treasure
说
with
不定问
her.
题更
And
严
she
重
said if she didn't bring this two treasure
就
with
他
her,
带了这样，他还折腾
it could be
了有
worse.
10天呢，
对，
10天呐，
and although she had
你的小
this
姑娘折腾够呛。
treasures with her, she was uncomfortable for 10 days. And it was Master's
就高烧不退，
8
最后带了自己的
auspicious
八宝灵珠，当天晚上
treasures bead that helped
睡觉
her.
也安稳了，
哦，
哎，
还不错，还不错，最后还
She managed to sleep well finally. So
对，反正
it's good that at the end everything is auspicious.
还有这个凶宅哈，
So we
真的
learned
能
that
够让我们会有可能
this
产
evil
生这样的
spirit
现
in
象
haunted
所以
house
我们身上
could
都是要
cause
带着师父的这个
this
加
kind of
持
effect in
保
us. So we really have to bring Master's
好。
Dharma
好
treasures with
那我
us
们给
to,
这个潘
for
玉珍姑娘
protection.
呢送个小礼物哈。
好的，
哎，
Let's give this lady a small present.
她有八宝灵珠了啊，还有了金刚杵，
She has 8 treasure bead
再
and
送她
Vajra
一
pestle.
个这
Let's
个
give her
天珠吧。
a Z bead.
那你随身要佩戴哈。
You have to wear it
希望呢能够
with
避
you
开
all the
一切
time,
凶邪，
hoping that
还有出入平安，
hope that you
啊
can
如意吉
be
祥
safe
哈
and auspicious
谢谢你。
and ward off
感恩师
evil
父。
spirit.
好
Thank you,
那师父啊
Master.
今天来到我们现场哈，有一位马
Master,
来西亚的
today
陈海
in our
生同修哈
哦，
他坐在我旁边。
In our
他
center,
呢
there's
自己有一个20多年
陈海生from Malaysia Meditation Center.
他想要跟师父分
He
享
had experience where he was being
胆小的啊，把耳朵
experience
捂起来
of
哈
witchcraft,
让菩提禅谈。
and he like to share with Master.
哎，你好，你好，
我是陈海生，
Hello, Master. My name is Chen Haishen.
20多年的降头的经历。
I had a more than 20 years experience, witchcraft experience, and I like to share with everyone.
他的肚子将
At about 6 to 7 p.m. in the evening, my stomach would start to blow up like a balloon. Looks like I'm 7 months
当
pregnant.
时中降头的时候，肚子会慢慢变大
慢慢。大，慢慢大，大到7个月这样坐也不能
And I couldn't sit up, I couldn't stand.
那我的
I could only lie down, and my tongue,
一直烂讲话也
when I talk, it is very painful.
你可以慢慢说。
When I
啊
swallow,
你刚开
it
始
is
说
very
你的这个
painful
肚子胀得
too.
很大
You say that
怀
your
孕7-8个月
stomach
怀孕
is
7-8个
bloated
月
like
的
you're
话
pregnant.
那个你这个肚子大
7 or 8 months
要
pregnant.
大很多，对不对？7-8个月就要生了呀。
7 or 8 months is really big.
坐也不能站
Yeah, that's why I couldn't eat. I couldn't sit up. I couldn't stand, and I
有没
could
有
only
其他的
lie
不舒
down.
服呢？
全身将针将刺
And my whole body felt like there's
就
needle
好像有很多针在
piercing
刺全身
all over my
哇那
body.
很痛哦。
很痛
It's
很
very
辛苦
painful and
你那个时
uncomfortable.
候大小便顺畅吗？
大小便顺畅
Were you normal? Can you normally go to the toilet? She said
对，
yes.
顺畅肚子还那么大，
You can go to the toilet normally, and yet your stomach is so
晚上
big.
6-7点的时候
No, my stomach only start to grow every evening about 6, 7 o'clock.
没有事情
In the
没
morning,
事了。
the stomach is fine.
到晚上
It's
6-7
not
点就开
bloated
始
up.
胀起来了。
到天亮
It's only they start to bloat it up at 6 or 7 p.m. every evening until the next morning. It feels like
哎呦
my intestine, I want to vomit out all my intestines.
我再问一些细节
If
哈。
you're
那你要
uncomfortable,
呕的时候能呕出东西来
when you
吗？
feel like you want to vomit, do you vomit out anything?
东西，
Master
很
asked.
想
He said
呕。
no.
肠胃要呕出来，这样很辛苦。
I feel very
就
uncomfortable.
好
It's like
像
they're
虽然吐
going
不
to
出东西
vomit
来，
them
但是
out.
总想呕吐。哦，
他
呕吐的很严重。
很够力这样，很辛苦。
It's very, very uncomfortable.
后来早上7、8点
And in the morning, around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, I would be fine.
有时候早上6点，有时候6点好，
Sometimes 6 o'clock, sometimes 7 or 8.
反正就是早上。
Around this period in the morning, my stomach will be back to normal. I don't feel like vomiting. I don't feel pins and needles all over my body. And I feel good. And I can work in the day.
真命苦啊！
很辛苦。
It's very uncomfortable.
一直去看中医。
I went to see the Chinese doctors, the Western doctors,
你都没有病，
and they say that I'm fine. Why do I want to see a doctor?
没有病
然后呢？
然后了就没有出路去找。
And so I have no way out. I go to the temple,
去找了，他们讲是中了降头。
to various temples to find the solution. And they told me that I could be under the spell of some witchcraft. And I tried to go through various methods to cure it.
这些都消失了。
And after 7, 8 years, at least my stomach bloating reduces, the needle pain reduces, I don't feel like vomiting. It helps. But the ulcer in my tongue are still there.
打什么针呢？
打医生讲这个消毒和
And I have to go to the
针3个月
hospital every 3 months to take an injection to reduce inflammation for my tongue. And every day I have to apply watermelon powder on my tongue to reduce the pain on my ulcer. It has been like that for
舌头20多年。
over 20 years so.
没有法子咯。
And I have no choice.
那些神庙也没有办法弄这个舌头了。
Even the temple were not able to help my tongue problem. Nobody could help me at all.
舌头它是
对，然后呢？
然后了
After that,
22年
in year 2022, May,
这个龙潭
I came to
潭
Dragon Spring Meditation Center
学习八
to
卦
learn energy 八卦.
5月走7月走了
So after I start practicing energy 八卦 in May,
背后的痛
my face become brighter and my back pain is reduced.
基础班这样走到8月了
And in August, I went for health and fitness
参加健身班
class, Bodhi Meditation class.
在有一天我在家里10点多我在
And one day around 10 p.m., when I was chanting, I saw Master standing beside me, smiling at
参加
me.
健身班的一天晚上，他在家里的佛堂念佛，念着念着
One day
可
she
能在那个
was
状态下
chanting
看到了师父，
in her house. And after that, after chanting, she saw Master.
宗师傅
哦，那太吓人了哈。
That's
结果呢？
站在旁边给我
he was Master was standing next to me and smiling.
哎，你念经我就笑。
Yeah, I was chanting and Master was smiling.
隔天了我睡的时候2、3 点
And I went to bathe
晚上
that
2点
night.
我看到了
Around 2, 3 a.m., I saw
一粒金色的金丹
a golden
闪闪亮亮
elixir that's shiny
起来了
in my mouth. When I woke up in the morning,
不用
I feel that my tongue doesn't hurt
第二
anymore.
天早上就不痛
I
了。
don't need to spray medicine anymore. My tongue is completely healed. Thank you, Master,
解除20多年的折磨的痛苦
for helping me get rid of the pain and suffering for over 20 years
是
old.
吧？冲
20
你笑
years.
之后，你那个疼痛就消失了。
When I smile at you, your pain
哦这也
disappear.
有点神奇哈。
That is miracle.
20多年的痛， 什么方法都试了。
那你现在舌头都好了吧？哈。
So do you feel better now,
还
your
有那些
tongue?
之前的那些身
And
体
what
的
about the
症状
pain
也都没有了
that you had in the past? They are all gone.
也感恩师父，
哇，这太棒了！
I'm grateful
太
to
棒了
Master.
对，因为很多当今的青年人哈，
Because
都读
there are a
所谓
lot
西
of
方科学的书
youth
和
that have
几乎全世
studied
界都是
the
按照
Western
西方科学的
books
这种教科书来教大家哈。虽然你就是用的
and they
文字
teach
不一样
everybody based
但
on
是
the
它的这些道理
Western
都是用的西方的
medicine.
科学类的。所以像你那个经历哈，
So from
是
your
很多人
experience,
就觉得不可思议的，
a lot of people will find that
尤其是
impossible
到西医那里去，
to
但是
understand,
你没病来看
especially
什么
when you
病
go to the
是吧
Western doctors.
那你心里怎
They
么
would think
想
that you
啊
are healthy. Why do you go and see a doctor? But what do you think? You may think,
对呀，
I'm suffering.
他
Why do you
自己
say
就
I'm
发愁
fine?
呀。所以我就说问你的，那你明明身体很疼痛，很受折磨，你去
So
看
you are
西
in
医的时
pain.
候，西医说你没
And
有
when you
病
go and
啊。
see a doctor, the doctor say
关
you're
键你心里
fine.
有没有对这个医生有没有一些评价？
How do you rate the doctor?
不知道他
心里很
不会感恩。
难过呀。
In my heart, I
关
would
键说，
think,
哎，晚上
I'm
我
not
去
sure if the
中毒的
doctor
要
know
死，
how
可是你说
to
我没有病
solve my problem.
啊，我就说这些医生需要改良哈，需要
You're in
好
so
好学
much
习。
pain, and yet the doctor say
结
you're
果有一些
fine.
部分还是到一些不同的神庙哈，还是帮着
So
解
you
决
had
的
to
哈
go to
所以
various
就是我们在
temple to help
看
solve
这
the
个陈
problem.
先生这个故事哈，就是说
So
他
after listening to
因
your
为真人
story
真事在这经历的事情哈，
and your
还有很多
experience,
的这个疾病的这个现象哈，
对，
是目前的科学
there are
还
a lot
有
of
医学科学实在没办法解释，
problem that the current medicine is not able to explain
因为他
or
根
help
本不理解
resolve
他怎么医治啊。
对，
because they cannot
尤其是西方
understand
的
you.
医生
How do
啊，
they
西
help
医
you?
如果你在
Especially
欧
the
洲或者
Western
是
doctors.
在美国、加拿大的话，
If you're
你
in
去看医
Europe,
生就是西医
US
的
or
话，
Canada,
如果他翻译了所有的资料说，
if
这
you
个
go
病
to the
目
Western
前没办法
doctors
治，他连药都
and
不给
they
你
check
治
all their research
那
paper
你就
and
自己
they
想
say,
办法治，就
we
是这
have
样。
no solution
但
for
是
your
很直白的告诉你，
problem. They will
像
tell
是
you
华人医
frankly.
生还经常说，哎，要不然我给你
But if you
找点
go
中
to
药
the
吃吃，
Chinese
经常会这样
medical
会叫想办法，是吧？
medicine doctor,
但是还有
they
中
will
药
try to
西
find a
医
solution
中
for
医西医
you.
都没有办法的病
But，of course, there are also
像您
some
这个情况
problems, some
没办法。
some
到白天
illness
找
like
人
yours where even the Western
到
or
晚上就
Chinese
犯病
doctors couldn't do anything about.
甚至还晚上天天做噩梦，天天
Because your
每天做
problem
噩
only
梦
comes at night
这个
and
确
you
实是
had
病态
nightmare every night.
但是我
This
相信中西医也是
this
没
is
有
really
办法
suffering, but I'm sure
啊
both
非常奇特啊
Western and
但是
Chinese
结
doctor
果
were
还
not
是
able to
挺
do
好的
anything.
啊真是再次恭喜你哈
But。I'm glad that the end result is good. Congratulations.
好，那你那个情况哈，
For your
我呢
case,
还是再送你一颗
let me give
八
you
宝灵丹啊。
another 8 auspicious treasure bead.
好，好，哎，好，来，给他递过去，
Pass it to
你
him.
很积极哈。
感恩师傅。
哎，
Thank you,
这
Master.
个真是
这个
大家有所见识了哈。
是以前有听过，今天真的是师兄在旁边讲的时候，感觉
对，
也真的有感同身受。
Yeah, we have heard about this in the past when today,
这种下蛊，而
when
且
the
它
Dharma
是
brother
一
is
个顿时
sharing
发作，
here,
也是长知识了。
it's really an eye opener
你
for
有什么
us.
感悟吗？
And his problem only comes at particular
求
time.
医无门，只有师傅能够帮到
So it's
他
really that there's no way he can find a solution. Only Master can help
受了
him.
这样的痛苦和折磨，真的是感恩师傅。
Thank
赐
you,
了他一颗
Master,
心
for giving him
感悟就是
a treasure
还是
bead.
别被下降头。但是这样事情呢，有的时候也是防不胜
So it's
防
better not
啊
to
那么真的是有这样的
experience
这样的
witchcraft,
邪气
but a
的
lot of
侵扰
time
以后的话
it's
哈
really something that we
没有
cannot
什么
control.
太好的办法解决。
So when
那
a
么还
person
是
is really
要求
affected
菩
by
提啊
witchcraft,
认识师父，求师父来帮
there's
助
no other way
自己在
out.
精
It's
进地修
good
炼
that they come to
这个
Bodhi
是一个最
and
好
get
的
Master
出
to
路
help him. And at the same
好
time,
那
he
咱
also
们
keep
再听
practicing
下
hard.
一个见证的故事啊。
好的，
好的，师傅。
This is a good solution.
好，下一个
Okay,
也
let's
是
listen to
马来西亚
another
的一位
story.
师兄的见证啊，小云师
Another
兄
Dharma
这个
brother
故事
from
呢他
Malaysia,
师姐他太太
Xiao
写
Yun.
的是他的口吻。
This is written
他
by
说
the wife.
9月24
She
号
says
我
that
家小云师兄突然
on the
不舒服发起了
24th
高烧，
of September, my husband felt sick and had high fever. It was the fourth day of his fever, and he went to do a test and realized that he was down with COVID. So when he see that he has experienced high fever and was in so much pain, I start to worry that it may not be just COVID. It could be some evil energy or some karma problem. Why do I say that? Because when my husband heard Master's blessing video, when Master was using a wooden stick to hit the evil energy in everybody, my husband felt so much pain that he cried out. And my husband also said that he felt that somebody was holding on to his heart, holding on to his hand, and his heart felt very painful, grabbing his heart. He was so scared that his life may be at stake. So he held tightly to my red Bodhi Meditation t-shirt that I was wearing. And he asked me to bring him a red Bodhi shirt to wear too. Seeing how he was curled up and trembling, I quickly covered him with a red Bodhi meditation shirt and light the Bodhi meditation incense, hoping to dispel the evil spirit. At the same time, I invite the Buddha statue of Guru Rinpoche to his bedside. In the days, my husband heard his father's voice, but his father was not at home at the time. Many years ago, his father used to be a spirit medium. So he asked me to quickly offer light in a meditation center for the sentient being who his father used to be a spirit medium to as a child. So the teacher at the meditation center knew about my husband's situation and reminded me that Master's 8 Auspicious Treasure Bead is able to help my husband. So luckily I had one, and I quickly put it on my husband's hand. At that time, I saw that my husband's condition gradually calmed down. His heart became less uncomfortable, and his hand began to move. At that time, he also saw the lotus flower in the days, and he felt comfortable. So the whole condition kept improving day by day. At this time, when I listened to Master's blessing music again, my husband felt comfortable and the pain continued to disappear. It's not like before when he cried in pain. So the next day, his high fever subsided to about 37 degrees and he was able to eat slowly. And today, he was basically recovered. He can eat and sleep normally. And when he listened to Master's blessing music online again, his body no longer feels pain. At the same time, the sore throat, joint pain caused by the infection and high fever was also gone. So in my husband's own words, he said that he felt like he was living in hell and the pain is unbearable. It was Master who rescued him from hell. And they say, I'm very grateful to Master and Buddha and Bodhisattvas for protection and enabling my husband to survive this catastrophe. I'm also very, very grateful to Master because every time my family encounters difficulties, it's Master's compassionate protection that helps us. So there are two questions I would like to know. My husband's illness, is this not only related by viruses? Could it be some evil energy? And by offering light, have we solved his problem? And the second question she had is, my husband is actually not very strong. He will always have fever every 1 or 2 months. Is this purely because of his weak constitution? Or is there any other reason? Is there any way to improve his health? Thank you, Master.
小云哈，小云朋友呢，就是我的 感觉哈。
So for Xiao Yun,
因为我
I
看到了
felt
他的相片也哈。
I saw her
对
picture,
我的感觉就是他，第一个他有这个阴阳眼，
and I felt
就
that
是他天生的有
she's
阴
she's
阳眼。
able to see the
师傅
spirit.
后来我们有跟他
She has
了解
阴阳
的
eye.
过程之中哈，
哦
他小的时候就是
After
有
we
阴
got
阳
to
眼
know her, yeah, she used to have
他说后来到了
she used to be able to see spirit when she was
好一些
young,
后来进入菩
and when
提
she was
就
in
基本上
12 or
看不到
13
了
years old,
对
it is slightly better. But
那
after
他
she
的
came
问
to
题所
Bodhi
在的哈
Meditation, she don't
那么
see
他
the
这个
spirit
虽然也
anymore.
感染了这个新冠哈，就
So
是
in her question, she said that her husband also suffered
新
from
冠本
COVID.
身是一个大邪气，
COVID itself is a big evil energy
邪气哦，
它整
不光
个
是个
关键新冠发展到今天，
because from
已经夺走
COVID
了
to today,
这个人类多少条生命，
how many lives have
包
he
括畜生
taken?
道也被他夺走了无
Including
数条，都那个都无法
animals
统计
真的
啊。那个连人道、畜生道超过了
From
上亿
human to animals, they already
超过了
taken
上亿
many
个
lives.
生命啊。那么光人类已经有几千万了哈。对，那这是一个大邪气。另外，这个小云呢，就是
It's really
对
more than
它的先生
100
哈
million people
就是先
and
生呢，
animals' life.
他
So
这
for
个
Xiao Yun,
体质哈，体质当
her
中
body
就可能隐约地
constitution
含有一种
阴性呢？
对阴气在身上，
she
就
has
是有
some
一种
yin
阴
energy
气好
in
像一直
her.
缠绕着他，他会天生的就是有这样子的，有这样的一种气在身上。
那师傅这个是不是跟他讲的他的那个家庭背景
Is
有
this
关
what's
系？他爸爸是
related to
跳
what
童
she
的
say? Because she
他
say
爸爸
her
跳童的，
对
her
跳童
father
是乩童嘛，
鸡头就是有那些神灵上身
her
嘛，
father is a
就是
spirit
说比如
medium,
说给人神鬼来进行沟通
so
的
they
时候
communicate
的一
with the
种
spirit
对一个
world.
媒介，所以有的是故意的，有的是故意
So
的，是说
some of
请这
them
个神或者
would
请这个
invite the
去世的
gods
亡灵到身体上
or
来
the
说
spirit to come to
现在
their
台湾
body
特别
to
多
speak to them. This
有
is
什么
very common in
对像
Taiwan.
最著名的，像台湾就有这个
三太子
三太子哪吒三太
In
子，是不是
Taiwan,
啊
they have
还有
the
关
prince
公
哪吒,
还有请
关
济公
公
啊，
and
反正都是
even
找大
济
干部
公
哈，就是特别过去古代有权威的这样的
those
大家敬为神灵
spirit
的
that
这
people
个
view
过去
as
的
God
那种
because
超
they
级英
used to
雄
be
的这样的
very,
哈，还有
very
过去封为什么
powerful.
王爷的，像马来西亚人说
Like
这
in
边有
Malaysia,
王爷是不是啊？
They
有
also
没有
have the
大王爷
nine prince.
没听说过哈，都马来西亚就九王爷，
That's very
还有就是
popular.
拿督也上身了，说因为现在拿
And
督
now
很多呀。
Nadok too.
我们很多菩提通修都是拿督啊，你小
Because
心
in
上
our
身啊
Bodhi meditation, we also have a lot of
那通
Nadok
常是他对社
in
会
our
做出
Bodhi
较
Meditation
高
Center.
贡献的人哈。
Because there are
对
people who are
就是
more
所以我们说在中
respectable
华地
that
区呢，它
contribute to
有这个
society.
就有这样。哎，在中国东北地区哈，也有类似的。
我们叫跳大
In the
哎
eastern
你不能这
northern
么不要诽谤性语言哈，你说话
China,
留神一
we
点
also
哈
have
你
such
小心人家盯着你哈。
cases.
哦，对不
哎，
起，
就是说这些，它呢，就是应该叫做原始的一种
This is a
现象。
traditional
在
pass
中国
is
东北
passed
地
on
区
from
呢，它有
tradition.
五仙
So in the
啊，
northern
所
China,
以你
there's
吃
the
过东北
five
菜不是有地三仙吗？
fairy.
对，
什么青椒呀、
青椒、茄子、
茄子、土豆，地三仙。但是他们叫这个仙的时候是有个原因，
The reason why they
还有
call it
五仙。
fairy is
比
for a
如说
reason.
他们称为叫柳仙，是蛇
They have
类的。
this.
哎，
Liu Xian is
黄仙
related to snake.
黄鼠狼，
黄鼠狼，
Huang Xian, the
东
yellow,
北
is
人把它叫
related
黄
to
皮子，还有白仙是
fox,
刺猬
and Bai Xian, the
白仙是刺
white
猬啊，
spirit
那
that
么
is
还有呢
related
黄
to
鼬
porcupine,
还有黄鼬，还有狐狸叫狐仙。
and Huang Yu and
哎
Huli
对
is
所以大
the
概它是这五种
who
仙，所以有些人家
fox
里供五种，
spirit.
有的供三种，也有
So
供一
some
种。
people may have
那么当时
may
有
pray
的
to
时候
one
他
type,
们
three
家的
type,
人
or five type of
他
the
的称
spirit,
呼不一样哈，但是呢，
the five spirit.
它叫什么马啊？叫走马还是什么马？我忘记了。
And
就
there's
是这样的
another
一
type.
个，也是这种
上身，
刻意的上身附
They
体的这
will
个现象。
They will intentionally
这个
let
很
the
类似。
spirit come to their
在
body to
东
communicate
南
with
亚他们
them.
也有，
And in Southeast Asia, we do have it here too. And in every location, they communicate with different spirit or different gods. And the way they communicate with such spirit and God is to let them enter their body. Now in Taiwan, there are a lot that I do not understand the background. Why do they enter the body? There are a lot of characters. So the father, the husband's father, is not only a spirit medium, but he also let the thunder god enter his body to help people solve their problem. So he said, although the father stopped being a medium, but when his body energy is low, the thunder god will come to look for him. Like even if you don't invite the spirit, it will come to him. So for people who do not understand this background, they may think that his father is not normal. His mental is not normal. Because the thunder god doesn't behave like normal person. So his behavior will be very different when the thunder god enters his body. But when it's over, like after he tremble and the spirit go off, the person will be back to normal. So Xiao Yun's father-in-law used to be a spirit medium. So the son, so whether it passed on to his son, when I look at his photo, the photo of her husband, I can tell that he has yin-yang eye, spirited eye, he can see the spirit, and there's this yin energy in him. We have to look beyond what our eye can see to understand the world, the whole world. The world has many different layers. There are many things which our eyes, our human eyes cannot see. But it can be shown in cartoon or even in movie. Like you open the door at your left and then you can see hell. And you open the door on your right, you could see heaven realm. Or when you open the door in front of you, you could see the Buddha world. And maybe at the bottom, you can also see another world which you do not understand. The witchcraft world. So it's just like the channel of the television channel. When you go to channel 1, it will show different channels. It doesn't conflict with channel 2, channel 3, the rest of the channels. So it is something like that. So some people can go beyond this different world. So some people can see the heaven world and the evil world. It doesn't mean that you are powerful when you can see all this. It just means that because there's some interaction going on. So like the father-in-law used to be a spirit medium. So all this that causes, all the causes that have done in this process, the children, the younger generation may be affected too. So if you are married into this family, you are also in the same energy field as this family. And I heard that Xiao Yun's younger the husband's younger brother.
和弟弟哈，哥哥是
Both
小
of
的
them
时
are
候就
interesting. The brother were able to see spirit when he was younger, but when he grow older, he's fine. But for the younger brother,
就是现在弟弟是有
he
阴阳眼，
doesn't have
身体不好，
spirited eyes when he was young, but when he's older, he can see spirit. So now
出
his
现脊椎
health
的
is
这
not
个
good.
血管堵塞，
A
造
few
成
years
半身
ago,
瘫痪，后来真的是全家也是供灯啊，
his
念佛的
health is affected and he is
手术还算成功，
half
现在勉强
paralyzed.
能
So
够自己
a
照顾
few
自己，
months ago,
不能工作了。
he's now
在家
slightly
可能
better.
有一份啊，
小云的小叔子，
对
就现在有阴
So
阳
his
眼，
younger
就听
brother
说是到了大学之后，
对，好像是后
阴
来
阳眼，
was able to see
表现
spirit
出来了，嗯，
所以你
when he
不管
was
有
in
意无意总是
university.
看到一些另外世界的状态的话，
So if he could see, he said that there was once an a very old relative came to their house.
他就说他已经没多
And
长时间了。
after leaving, the younger brother could see that he doesn't have much time left because he could see that his leg was gone.
生了，
And after that,
对，
the relative really
这
passed
个
on.
鸡同和这样的有阴阳眼的这个能量也传递给了两个
So you
儿
can
子
see that the spiritual, the spirit medium already passed this to
一直就是不是
I
很
that can see
强
spirit to
壮
his two
每2
sons.
个月都要发烧生病一次，
And Xiaoyun also mentioned that her husband is not very strong. He will fall sick every 1 or 2 months. Is there any way to improve his health?
那么首先呢，
He have to
多
do
做
a
功
lot
德
of things. He have to
第二个呢
increase
来修八卦内功
to。build more
按
merit.
照我们法
And
门
then
来说
he,
哈，修八卦内功
according to our
哎
Bodhi
他
meditation,
最少一
he
天一
have to
遍
come and practice
哎
energy
那么第
bagua
三个呢，少
at
看
least once a day.
看不要用
看
这个阴阳眼。
And
尽量
he
别用
should use less of his spirited eye. Don't
要
see
这
them.
样子，要
Even
让
if
他
he see
擦肩
them,
而
he
过
must
你不要去管，
pretend that he didn't see
你
them.
管的这个阴气就会上你的身，就会
Just don't
就会
bother.
消除你的阳气嘛。
Because if
阴
he
气重了
bother,
之后
the yin
人
energy
容
would
易
reduce his yang energy.
人容易
And when the
那
yin
个
energy is
一个是得
strong,
病啊、倒霉啊，
it's easy for people to fall sick or be
这精神
unlucky.
上、肉体上都受伤。
It will affect his spirit
如
and
果你读
body.
过《聊斋志异》的话呢，
哦，
就是朴素
If
明
you
老先
read
生
the
写的
story
全
of
是
Liao
鬼的书
Zai,
当
which
中
is a
你就理解
story
了
written by Pu
当
Su
然
Ming,
尤其是很多
it is a story based on a
佛
lot
门
of
的
ghost
高僧
story.
和修
So in
道
the
的
story, you will see that a lot
道
of
士大师哈，一看到
Buddhist
这样的
practitioner
人被鬼缠
or
住的时候，一看就
Taoism
是妖孽，就
Taoists,
觉得你小命不久了，或者是
high
你
level
赶快
Taoists,
离开，
they can see the spirit and they will tell the person that
对
you better
这就是
leave
不好。
or else
所以
something
赶
bad
快
will
好好修
happen. So
还要
keep
多做
practicing
功德
and do more good merit.
对，这样才可以哈。那将来有一天呢，修的，自己能量也起来，还有呢，
So that
有
one
的
day,
有的师傅能
after
帮助你
practicing,
的
your
阴阳眼
body energy can increase, and there are some master that can
如果
help
封住
you
了你就看不见了。
close your
但是
spirited
如果会
eye.
怀疑你看
And
不
after
见以
they do
后，你
that, you will
想
not
念
see them anymore.
觉得他应该不想。
But I also think that if you can't see them
这个
anymore,
与
will you
人每
miss
个人的这种境界有关系，
this
对不对？比如
experience?
他父亲以此来谋生的话，
Because if his father used this as a life,
对，
as a
所以
livelihood,
说我们也会给大家议
he
论这件
needs
事儿哈。
the
这个
spirited, he needs the
这个
spirited eyes,
这个
the yin yang
人类
yan.
的这个
the-
世界啊，不是那么单纯的。
So in our world, it's not as straightforward as it seems.
你像今天当今我们讲到什么平行宇宙
对，
啊，多维空间。
Like now, we talk about
在网上有人说
the
四维
different
空间
levels
五维空
in
间
our-
还有八维空间
in
啊
our
说的我快吐了。
world.
哎，但是事实上来说的话呢，可能比你说的这东西还夸张。
But in actual fact, it could
也就
be
是
even
眼睛
more
看
than
不
what
到
you
的
can
这个世界
imagine.
它就其实随时和我们
There are a
之间
lot
会
of
发生了
worlds
关
where
系
our eyes couldn't
是这样
see,
的啊
and yet they are
中
influencing
还有
our
有一
world.
个点哈，对，也挺有意思的。那个师兄他接受师傅家是不是特别难过？那个哎呀，心脏又被揪出来等等的那个时候，他
And
就
there's
是
an interesting side when she said that her
红色的
husband
长修服然后他
felt
有
that his heart was being grabbed and he felt uncomfortable. But then he grabbed onto the wife's red Bodhi meditation shirt and said, "Quick, give me a red Bodhi meditation shirt." And when he put it
有点奇
on
怪
his
哈
body,
好像是在那
when he
种
was covered his body, he felt
对，
comfortable.
是这样吗，师傅？
我不知道你的问题是什么。
我的问题是为什么
I don't
他在那样
Master say I don't know your question. She said that why in such a
色的
situation
修服
he wants a red Bodhi meditation shirt and he knows that you will
好
help
吧
him.
正好你的问
and
题也来
it
了哈
helped
你
him.
等于逼着我说哈，那我可
So
说
your
了。
question is here and you force me
过
to
去我不
say
想讲这个
it
东西
out.
太多
I
这
do
个
not
知
want
识
to
哈
say too
我
much
先
about
给
this
我
in the
们华人
past.
普及一下。哎，
Let
像你们
me
俩都比较
just talk
年
to
轻
you.
像你
Like
们
both
结
of you
婚
are
的时候
young.
你们的礼服是啥
When
颜
you are
色？
married, what kind of
红色的。
what's
那
your
么老土哈。
wedding gown? It's red,
你
right?
看我们马来西亚很多华人结婚的时候，人家
In
是穿白
Malaysia,
色
a lot of people get married, they wear white
洋都是就是洋派嘛。
because they are
就是每个国家人他的
influenced
审
by
美哈
the
和他的
Western
宗教
world.
文化等等，还有
So a
习
lot
俗
of
是有关
place,
系的。
their culture
那
is
我就
all
会议
affected.
论一下，是说为什么我们
So
这个
let me
华
say,
人娶亲
why
结婚的时候，
Do the
为什么
Chinese
要
when they
要
they
穿红
married,
衣服
they
连
wear
鞋
red,
子
对对，
甚至是连内衣、
even
内
their
裤
shoes and
还
even
有
their
新
innerwear,
娘头上那个盖头那
and
块
even
方
the
布
veil
是
on the
红的，对不对？
bride's head is red in
为啥
color.
呢？
Why
难
is
道
that
是一种
so?
巧合吗？那中华南北方为什么非得要穿红的？是吧？南方人还洋气，为什么干脆
And the
穿白的
southern
算了？
people
为啥也得穿红的？
will usually wear white
这就
because
是与中
they follow
华
the Western influence,
这个
but they will still wear
这样这
red
种大文
Why
化
is
的
that so?
传承有关系。
because this has
所以有
something to
很多
do
修道者，尤其是
with our
过去
culture.
在中华文化这种传统的修道者，就是开
Because
悟的
in
人
tradition,
有天眼的，不是
those
有
people who are
一般的
able,
阴阳
who
眼有天
practice
眼的人看到，
for a long time, they are able to see
还有我也
beyond what we can
在
see.
过去的时候，在
And
20-30
for
年
me,
之前的时候，我也发现了这个秘密。
About 20 or 30 years ago, I found this secret.
啥秘密？
What is the
大
secret,
家想
Master?
听吗？
Do you want to hear?
想听交钱呢？好，算了，那我就说吧哈。
Let me
就是
tell you.
我们发现
We
这
found
个
that
当用红色将身体罩住的时候，
when you cover your
用红色
body with red,
这里包含所有的红色哈，红
it
布
includes all
包
kind
括
of
红
red,
光
red
将
cloth,
身体罩
red
住的时候，
light.
尤其是鬼邪之气
When you're
进不
covered
来
with red light,
是
the
这个
evil
原因
energy
对吧
cannot
新
enter
娘
your body
要到
easily.
婆家来称
So
为
when
新
the
娘就是这个
brides
姑娘出嫁嘛，
Come
出嫁
to the
到婆家
husband's
的大门
house,
口的时候要跨火盆。
and she have to cross the
这个
fire
所以我们穿的红色也代表血色，
because
也
when
代
we
表
wear
着
red,
火
it
色
represents
火焰。
blood color.
说这个还不行，
Fire
还没完。尤其是这个女生哈，来到婆家的时候，先要跨过一个火盆。
And she have to
过
cross, the
去
bride
啊
have to
真的
cross
是
the
用木炭点了
fire.
一堆火，但只是火苗别太大了，别把新娘给烧了哈。
They
对
use
所以你要
coal
跨
to
这个
light
火
a small fire in
火
front of the
能除
house
障，
so that when the
火能灭一
bride
切
cross over,
这把你婆家或者路
fire
上带来的
can
污秽的
burn
不好
obstacles
的
and
不
everything
洁
that's
净的但是一
unlucky,
般
that's
不是讲
dirty,
尘
that's
土
bad. We are
有
not
眼睛
talking
看那个
about
尘土
dust
灰
and
尘
dirt.
都不是这个，而是那个邪
We are
气
referring to
晦
the
气不好
evil
的能量
energy, the bad
哎
energy.
用火用红色给
So
它
when
封
you
住
use
为什么
fire,
盖住你的头
use
和
red
脸呢？
to cover
邪
it
气
for
别
protection.
趁这个时候就到你的身
Why
上
do we
来了
cover your
完了以后
face?
带到婆家来就不好。
So that the
所以
evil
希望说
energy
我
will
们家
not
娶来的
come
这
to
个
the
媳妇儿
husband's
哈
family
是干
because
干
they
净
hope
净
that the
很
wife
纯真
that
纯洁
is
的人
married into the family
这样才能到
is
这个婆家
pure,
来之后
is
来
clean,
传宗接代，让
so that
将来
and
的
she's
子女都好。
healthy and is good for
是大概
childbearing
这个意
for the
思。
husband's family.
还有咱们春联儿，
也是红的。
过年的时候贴
And
春联
during
对
New
不对
Year, we
有个
hang
对联，
the red
门口两边
couplets.
最原始的时候啊，是用竹子劈开两
In
半
the past, they will
贴上去
use the
往上写字
bamboo
儿哎，
and write
后
on
来
the
呢还不
bamboo.
行，
But
是
after
竹子
that, they
扛不住
realized
这个
that
邪气。
bamboo
对，先把
itself
竹
is
子
not
画成
strong
红的
enough to get rid of the
后
evil
来有个
energy,
纸
so
呢
they
中国
paint
发
it
明
with
纸比较
red.
早嘛，
对，
后来就把这个纸啊
And
先上
later
上
on,
红色
China
再写字，
invented
用这个
paper and they
红
used red
来
paper
挡住那个邪
and
气。
write on the red
所以
paper
在古
to
代的时候，还有一
block
些
the evil
富贵一点的
energy.
人家哈，
In the
如果贫
past,
穷就没
there are
办法
people
说
who are
如果富贵一点，
rich.
到春节的30晚上或者是哪个几点钟的时候，
On the
拿
day
大
before
红布
Chinese New
将
Year,
自己的这个
they
大
will
门先
take
罩住，
a big red
到春节再
cloth
打开。
and cover the front
就是为
door.
了挡住邪
And
气。
they will open only
所以
on the
在
first
今
day
天
of
的
spring,
中国很多的地区，
which is
还有
Chinese
这
New
样的
Year.
一个
This is to
传统
block the
用
negative
红布
energy.
挡着
So
门的
right
差不多
now,
1/5
there's
的
still
这个上
such
头这个高度挂在上头，
tradition. They will put the
而且
red
两
cloth
面
on
垂
top
下
of
来
the
像对
door,
联一样，都有
and they
红
have
布。
to
那时候就很多店铺对开
come.
张的时候，
So a lot of
对
shop when
也是
they
要
are
先画
doing
那
their
个红布
opening,
哈
they will put the
接
red
点
没
cloth
错了，
on their
把你的
band,
这个商业的匾牌，
on
那
their
个 logo，
label,
那个
their
叫
logo.
商标，
哎，
这些的你在开张的时候先用红
So
布
on
罩
the
住。
opening, they will
当
use
然说
red
给人
cloth
说这样一揭开之后
to
眼前一
protect
亮，
it.
有这种感觉。其实还有一个
邪，
避开邪气。等我开张的
So
时
it's
候，我这个
actually
字
to
号就要
prevent
响
the
亮起来
evil
啊，
energy.
荣耀起来。还有呢，
So that
这个
during the
兴盛
opening,
兴盛起来。
对，
啊，对，
it can
在
be
这个祝福
auspicious
下
and
兴盛
good
起来。
是，
for
在
their
过去很多
company.
店铺开张的时候啊，通常要请一些有
So in the
有法
past,
力的高
before
人
a shop
给你
open,
开光加持，
对，
你再开张，
they will get
就可能
somebody
吉祥
who is
顺利，
powerful, who
或者
have
是能够
been
顺利发财。
practitioner for a
那
long
也有
time to
很多
come
人
and
开
help
张2
them
年之后
with
就
their
关门
opening
关
to
门大
bless
吉
their
了，
place.
因为营业不下去。还有的叫横祸连
But a
连，
lot of
这多
shops
麻烦。
also close
对，
after
也
a
有。
while of
所以
opening.
呢，通常用这个红布，我们先说红色哈，红
So
色
now
这
we are
个
talking
布
about
来避开
red
这些邪
color.
气。
Red color can
哎，
avoid all the evil energy.
中华的这个文化，人到本命年的时
So
候，
we talk about
都
our
是穿红的
没
Chinese
错。
嗯，
culture.
红的这些都是为了避开你那个
We will
流
wear
年的
red
煞气、邪气嘛，
是，
说对你不利的气。
to get rid of the negative energy,
尤其是还讲内衣，
对，
内衣
especially your
内在
inner
因为
wear.
你的职业工作，
Because
你
of
不可能
your
天天
job, you cannot
把一个红外衣
always
穿上。
wear red
对
on the
对这样
outside.
在里面，
对
嗯，
啊，甚至是还红袜子。
对，
And
是的
even red
本命年
socks.
也穿红袜子，
对，
对
所以呢，这个小云的先生呢，
对，
当他最痛苦
So
的时候，
Xiao Yun's husband,
他自
when
动
he's
他本
in
来
his
就有点通
most
灵嘛，阴阳眼哈。
对对，
difficult
哎他
moment,
说咱们这个菩提的红的衣服呢，
快
给我赶
he
快
said,
找回来。
"Quick, bring me
他
a
穿上就
red
舒服很多
Bodhi shirt."
难道
And
这
he
是巧
felt better
合吗？
after wearing it.
不是
Is
巧
this a
合
coincidence?
很多
No,
老人
this
哈
is
到
not.
临终走的时候，如果
A
他
lot
们家
of
有人修
old
菩提
folks,，
他连临走的时候，
If there's
哎呀，
somebody who practices
菩提的衣服给我
Bodhi
穿上好吗？
meditation,
很多
when
人向我申
they
请，
want to
要
pass
走的时候
on,
穿菩
they
提的
will
衣
want
服。
to wear
这个菩提
Bodhi
的衣服
shirt.
不光是红色的有
So
效哈，
Bodhi
其
shirt,
他的
Bodhi
都有
shirt,
效。
it's not only the red
但
color
是说
that's
刚才讲的
good.
小云先
Other
生这个要
colors
红色
are
的
good too.
菩提的这个衣服，
But just
就
now
是这
we
个原因。
mentioned that
他
he
穿
wants
上
a red
就变成一种
Bodhi
护身符。
meditation shirt because when he wears on,
护身符。
it protects him.
哎，所以呢，菩提的衣服就是护身符。
So Bodhi
尤其是
shirt
红色
are
的
all
这
for
一件。
protection, especially the red one.
对，大家懂得了哈。所以呢，你睡不好觉，晚上你
So if
穿
you
上
don't
它，
feel,
明
if
白
you
的
can't
人都
sleep
穿
well
上
at
它。
night, wear it.
病重的时候也穿上它了。
Wear it when
也
you
有人
are
染疫之后赶快穿上
sick.
它。
And some people
就
also
没染
wear
疫的
it
时候还没
when
穿，
they have
你穿
COVID.
上它可能就不染了嘛。
Because
就
if
是
you
这么
wear
回事嘛。
them,
对，
哎，
you may not
所
have
以
COVID.
所以
红色哈，
这个事儿让我讲出来这么多，
感恩师傅，
包括红
So
光一
this
样。
is
就
the
当时
same
我
for
们讲这
red
个红
light.
色宝石的时候也一样。
When we talk
对呀。
about
戴上
the
它之
red
后哈，
precious gem,
就代表
when
这
you
样的
wear
叫
them,
纯阳能量。
嗯，
it also
啊
give
道
you
教一位祖
the
师叫
young
吕纯阳，
energy.
是，
吕洞宾嘛，是吧？纯阳真人呐。而
So
纯
the
阳之体的
Tao
话，它与
spirit-
天地日月同寿，就
So
他已
there's
经不是
this
人了，
person called Li Chunyang. So he's the
共
whole,
同
he's
成长和共同存在的这样的一种生命
he's
状态。
together
所以叫
with
纯阳
the
真
heaven
人
and earth. So
纯
he's
阳
a
之身
young,
对，
那
he has a
么
lot of
火
young
色
energy.
就是这个意思。
So the color of
就是就像我
fire
们今天
means
佩戴
young
的这个
energy.
老玛瑙就是红色的哈，多么的吉祥护佑。
So just like
红色，
the
这么巧
mana that
合。
we are wearing
哎，
is
你说也
protection.
是。
是，今天我们这个主题。
Master said,
要
I'm
不然
wearing
大家
red
觉得我们
too.
做好
It's a
有商量准
coincidence.
备嘛？
没
不是不是，我们就是
没有
信口就来的哈。
No, we
你看我
didn't.
这个
We
做的也
didn't do
是
this for
拿红玛瑙
promotion.
红的
I just happened to
哎
wear
很
it.
巧吧？
是，
哎，
嗯，
好玩好玩
感恩师。傅给大家
This is
讲
a
解
red
这个
agate.
红色
对
有这样大的驱邪、护
Northern
身
red
护佑的
agate.
作用。 用啊。
对。
这是我们菩提的法义。
It helps in
你用
protection
这个红色
and get rid of the
在
evil
红色
spirit.
作为绿光的时候哈，就能看见很多平常眼睛看不到的事。
啊，
When you
神奇啊
use the
你看像
red,
糊涂
you
一
can
样
see a lot of
你
things
明白
that you
人装
cannot
糊涂
see.
你那个电视机遥控器
Like
之间没有
your
连线，
remote
对不对？它
control
用的是红
is
外
able
线。
to connect with your television
红外
because
射
it
线
uses
能让你发
infrared.
现很多，不但
So
发现还
in
能传
red
递的很多
light,
讯息。
it can send a lot of
哎
signal.
所以穿上菩提红色的衣服
So when
呢，
you wear Bodhi
就让你还
Meditation
能
red
促
shirt,
进通灵。
通灵，
对，没有阴阳眼的人呢，就让你帮着
you
你打
can
开天眼。
also helps you. Those people who doesn't have yin yang yan, you cannot see the spirit. It helps you to open up
多很多
the
神
heaven
天是
eye.
吉祥的。
对
It's
你看这里有一尊
auspicious.
神，那里有一尊神，
There you
这
can
这
see
多好呀！
Buddhas.
对，不要说看这一个鬼那一个鬼。
Or we don't look at spirit.
呃，
We look at Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
对对对，哎，那我们得送给这个小云
师，兄，
哎，好好好，送两
Okay,
个珠
let's
子吧。
give them 2
两个人
beads.
夫妻两人哈，
嗯，
八宝灵丹、八宝灵珠
感恩师傅，
The 8 auspicious treasure beads.
2颗哈，祝你们俩如意吉祥。
May you be auspicious, healthy,
啊，希
and
望
enjoy
这个小
longevity.
云家的先生呢，你的阴阳眼呢，先闭一段时间哈，
收到，
闭住。
嗯，收到
And may your
感恩
husband's
师傅
yin yang
接下来
eye
也想
is
继续跟师
closed.
傅分享来自洛杉矶的贝方
Okay,
师
Master,
姐
let's share with you another story of Bei Fang
阿弥特
from
让我远离
LA,
鬼魂。
US. He says that
师傅
Amita
好
helped me
我
stay
自
away
从
from
出生以
ghosts.
后呢
Say hello,
我就可以
Master.
看见灵魂
I can
你
see
是的好
soul
阴阳眼的
at the
当时
time
我
of
不懂
birth.
直到7岁，妈妈
Until
见我
I'm
常
7 years
常
old,
自
when
言
my
自语
mom
有的时
noticed
候
that
还
I
拿
talk
着
to
食物
myself a
外
lot.
出在
And
妈妈
sometimes
的
I
跟
even
踪
bring
追
food
问
out.
下，她说那些都
When
不
my
是
mom
人，
tracked
他
me
们
and
是
keep
灵魂。
asking me and
在我
told
眼
me
中
that these
这
are
些灵
not
魂
people,
多数
they are
脸色
soul.
苍白，
And
有
in
的
my
好像
eyes,
戴
they
着
look
丑
very
陋可
pale.
怕的面
Some
具，走
are
路是
ugly
飘
and
在地
terrible
面的。
masks
但是
walking
我当时并不是
in
特
on
别
the
害
ground.
怕，
But I
只是
was
感
not
觉他们
afraid
很
of
可
them
怜。
then.
妈妈
I
用
just
了
felt
各
that they
种
were
方式
very
也请不
pitiful.
走那些
My
灵
mom
魂。
used a lot of methods to
2013
try
年
to
8
get
月，
rid
我
of
进入
them,
菩
but
提禅
was
修，
doesn't
认识了
help.
我最尊
In
贵的
August
净土体
13,
宗
I
师，我的
entered
师傅。
Bodhi
每天我都修
Meditation
炼
and
大
met
光明
Grandmaster
大礼拜。
JinBodhi,
师傅
my
在
master.
开示中有一
I
次
will
提到，
practice
如果感觉到恐惧、
the
害
meditation
怕，
of
可以
greater
念阿弥
illumination.
陀。我当时就
And
记住了。
Master say if I'm
那农
afraid,
历
I
7月
can
呢，
call
每
out
年的农历
Amita,
7月左
and I
右啊，我都
remember.
看见满街
So
是鬼。
every
有
year
一年的
around
盂
the
兰节，
7th
当
lunar
我在
month,
外
I
出
will
的时候，
see a lot of
见到
spirit.
许多鬼
So
魂
one
挡着
day
路。
when I was out, I saw a
我
lot
想
of
办法
spirit
避
blocking
开，
the way.
我
I
就
tried
开
to
始念
avoid
观
them,
世音菩萨
and I
圣
kept
号，鬼
chanting
魂就
Guan
散
Yin
开了一点。
Bodhisattva.
这时
And
我想起了阿
there
弥
were
陀，
less
我
spirit.
就一念
Then
再
I
念，
remember
连
Amita
续
and I
念了
kept
4次阿
chanting.
弥
I
陀，
chanted 4
结果他
times,
们全部消失
and
不
they
见了。
disappear.
不久呢，我们搬家了。
Soon we
可是
moved.
糟糕，我的房间里有鬼，
But my room
这
has
怎么办呢？
ghosts.
鬼魂和
So
我
what
同
can I
住一
do?
起，
Ghosts
于是
stay
啊，我就
is
开
living
始
with
天
me.
天念阿弥陀。
So I
有一
chant
天，
Amita
我
every
看见
day.
那黑
One
影
day,
忽然
I
被
saw
师
that
傅
the
的法
black
罩给吸
shadow
走了，
suddenly
左
sucked
看
away
右
by
看都
Master.
不见了。
And I
此
don't
后
see
我
that
就
spirit
越来越
anymore.
相信师傅
Since
的阿弥
then,
陀
I
咒了。
believe
感
in
恩师傅，
Amita
自
chant.
从我跟着师傅学
Thank you,
佛学法
Master.
后，
Since I
我每
learned
天
from
都很
Master,
精进的修行。
I
现在
practice
我已
diligently
经
every
看不见
day.
鬼魂
I
了。
don't see
虽然我
any
依然
ghosts
还能
now,
够感觉到
although
他
I
们的
can
存
still
在，
feel their
鬼魂的
existence.
存在确实是真实不虚的。而我之前的脸色呢，是
And
苍白的。
previously,
跟着
I
师
have
傅
very
学习
pale
禅修
face.
后，我的
After I
脸色红
practice
润，
with
特别好。
Master,
感恩
my
师傅。
face now looks very good. Thank you,
来自洛
Master.
杉矶的贝方师姐啊，
他就是师傅讲那种
贝方
从小
sister
就
from
通灵的这种
LA.
他不就是还拿着
She's
食物
like what
还出
Master
门
say.
还给一些生命去送去嘛哈，
对
而且也自言自语这样的，对。
She
但
will
是她
bring
很受困扰。
food to the
尤其到
spirit,
农
and
历
then she
7
talked to
满街
herself
都
when
是
she was
鬼
young.
都挡着
But
路
she was
都
very
过不
troubled
去
because in the lunar 7th
她
month,
很好学，
she
跟
the
着师傅学习，
spirits all around and she
叫
couldn't
阿
walk.
弥陀咒啊，然后呢，她就
And she's
见
very
着鬼
grateful
的
to
时候就念阿弥
Master.
陀，最后那鬼
And
就散
wherever
开了。
she chanted
她就
Amita,
特别
the
的相信
spirits
我
are
的师
gone,
傅。
and
有一
she
次她
believed
自
in
己搬家
Master.
搬到新屋
One
子房
day,
间
she
里，
moved to a new house,
啊
and there was
她就
a
每天都
spirit spirit.
精进地念咒。
And she kept
有一天，师
chanting
父的法杖
diligently
被
every day.
吸走了。
And one day, Master's Dharma picture actually sucked out the spirit.
这个到现在，
And after she kept practicing, she says that she no longer sees the spirit now.
已经关闭了。也
It's
是感恩师父
probably
因为
she's
这些年来跟着师父一直
and she's
精进地
very
修行
grateful to
她
Master
曾经也是可能身体比较
for
弱
helping
脸色
her.
很苍白
Previously,
现
she
在
could be
脸
weak.
色红润，气
She
色
could
也
be
好。
not so strong in her body constitution. That's why her face was pale.
觉得
But
他
now
这个
she's
有
much
有疑
better.
问吗？
没有太
没啥
多的
疑问哈，
对，就是给我们
因为他都说了这个现象。
是他介绍。
Is there any question on
那
what
我
she
只是
say?
我的感觉
No,
呢，
because she already
这个师
mentioned
姐
that
的
these are her
前世
experience.
本来
From
就是
what
个
I
巫师
feel,
啊，
I feel that
前
she
世就
used
是
to be
个
a
巫师，
wizard
所以在
in her
今
past
世
life.
或者来世都能看到，
That's why in her current life or her
是
next
很正常的
life
哈。
is very normal
对，
that she's
能看
able
得
to
很正常。
see the
对
spirit.
也
It's
是
very
前世带
normal.
来的因缘的。
带来的，
哦
所以他以后也还能看到。
And in future, she would also be able to see the spirit.
更要好好
对
修。
对
这讲但是哈，刚才我也讲
But
过那个道
I
理
said,
了，
but
就是说，如果你好好修，
if you practice
想好
well
好修我所传的法，
是
可以变成那个慈悲、纯洁啊，
Until
练
you are
八卦内功
pure
呢
and
再练成
compassion
纯阳的身体哈。
and you
那你
practice
的这个
energy
阴阳眼
bhagwa
就会
till
被
your
关
body
闭
is
掉。
strong.
对，尤其是这种
Your
鬼
yin yang
气，
eye will be
除非你要
closed,
说
so
我
you will
刻
not
意
be able
要
to
看，
see the spirit
才可能能发现。
unless you
如果
feel
不
that
是
I want
刻
to
意
see
地
them
去看，就看不
intentionally.
到。
Then
哎
you will be able to
我觉
see
得
them,
平
but
时
if you
其实
don't
生活
want
中
to
最好
see
看
them,
不
you are
见的。
not able to
不
see.
然就受干扰。
因为其实它是
I
两
think
个
it's
世界。
better that you don't see
比如
them
说嘛，你正在
because
走的马路这个地方，
we belong to
这地方确
different
实站着一
worlds.
群鬼，
Like
那你
you are
没
on
有
the
看见，你
on
正
the
常地
street.
走没事儿。
If there are a
其实
lot
你
of
和
spirit
这
on the
个
street, but you don't see
这个
them,
鬼
you
呢，
just
你
walk
这
normally.
一穿而过，彼此之间没有任
Because
何的
when
联
you
系。
walk
所以他也不说你撞我干嘛，
across the
你
spirit,
找挨揍吗？
they will not
没
scold
有
you,
这
say,
事儿。
why do you hit
他
me?
没
Are
有
you
感觉，
looking for
我
a
们也没有
beating?
感
They
觉。
don't, because they
对，
don't feel
那你
anything
看
and you
见这
don't
个
feel
你在乎，
anything.
一在乎他，
But if you
信号就
see
连
them,
上了，
you will feel,
对不对？
you will
那鬼就
be
说你干
affected
谁？
by them and you do not
你干啥？
离张开路。
dare to walk.
对
Or
对
the
对，
spirit
哎，事儿就
can
来了。
feel,
就
they
是
can see them and
对
they'll
这
ask
样。
you, what
所
are
以
you
的
looking
话，
at? Why are you
这个当
staring
我
at
们练得
me?
好了之后，就是我们看不见的时
So
候，
when we
我觉得
practice
为
well,
好。
it is
越
good that we
看见的
don't
时
see
候
them
越
anymore.
不好，
Because the
看
more we
见的多
see,
了，
the
就
more
是
you
我们的身
affect
体
us.
弱了。
是的，是的。
If
还
we
有人
see a
在
lot of
身体
spirit,
弱，
it also
还
means
有
that our
病
body
后，
is
还有比
weaker.
较劳累的时
Some
候容
people
易
may
看见。
see when
所以
they
这
are
样
very
练得身
sick
体壮壮的就看不见
or they are
啊，所以这是一个
they
规律吧。
they just recover from
所以经
illness.
常那个，
So
比
when
如
you are
说专业
healthy,
的
you
哈，护
usually do
体
not
啊、
see
通
them
灵啊、做成鸡童啊，
unless for those
对
professional,
啊，
they are spirit
不
medium.
管是哪个国哪个区的
No
人
matter
哈，
from which
这个
region
身
or
体
which
都很弱，
country, their
哎，
bodies are
都
very
但
weak
是惹来很多麻烦
and it gives
哎，
them
这
a
是
lot
何
of
苦呢？
problem.
啊，
Why
所以的
do
话，
they want to do
这
that?
个大家还是多练功
So
啊，让
practice
自己身
more,
体强壮起
let
来
your body be
啊，这
strong
样你的生活才增加了很多快乐。
so that you
哎，不
can
像
have a
你
lot
说
of
一旁
happiness
边
in
你
your
看见
life.
俩鬼，你还能卡拉
I don't
OK，
believe that if you see two spirits beside you, you
除
can
了
still
我之
sing
外，没几个人有
karaoke.
这个胆量的，能
Other
进去
than
唱
me,
歌
I
的
don't
哈，
think many of
真的没有人有
you
这
are
胆量
that
哈。
brave to continue
对，所以
singing
这
if you see
个
spirits
还是
around.
真是要多练功吧哈。
So continue to practice, practice
那
more.
送给北方师姐
好，
一颗珠子哈。
Let me give her a bead.
好，这个送给洛杉矶禅堂的北方师姐
For
啊，一
北
颗
方
八宝灵珠，
From
祝你
LA
健康
Meditation
长寿，
Center, this is 8
阴阳眼
auspicious
关
treasure
上
beads for
啊。
you. May you be healthy and
好哈，
auspicious
不错哈，洛杉矶
and
净
close
出一
your
个
yin
人
yang
才
eye.
师姐请闭眼。
对，对，洛杉矶禅堂也是个宝地哈。
LA
大家在那儿去修
Center
行
is also
哈，
a very
其
good
实也
place.
能够
If
对
you
你的身体
practice
健
there,
康的恢复哈，会起到一个很大的作用。
it will help your
哎，洛杉
body.
矶禅堂的磁场是特别的好啊，去了就获得加持哈。
If you go to the meditation center in LA, you'll receive blessing the moment you're there. Welcome you to visit LA
接下来也是
Center
马
more
来西亚
often.
新山妙法禅堂的
Okay,
黄
this
宝珠师
is
姐啊
Malaysia
的一个分享。她是在今年
Fine
农历
Dharma
7月
Center
开始，每
妙
天晚
堂堂
上
she
都
says
能
that
梦到已经往生多年的亲人，包括母
Since
亲、
the
大
seventh month
姐、
this year, I'm
丈
able
夫
to
等等。
dream of people who
从
have
前
passed
呢
on in my
都没有
life,
梦到过
like
他们，
mother,
每一天
sister,
他们出现在我的梦中，但是我不
auntie's
害怕，
husband.
但是
They
我梦
appear in
中
my
会生
dream
气。
every day.
我生气
I'm
为
not
什么会做这
I'm
样
not
的梦？
afraid, but I'm
我就
angry.
跟
I'm
自己
angry.
说
Why do I
我不
dream
要
of
做这
them?
样的梦，
And I keep
然
telling
后呢
myself I
就
don't
非
want
常努力，
to
强
dream
迫
of
自己
them,
醒
and I
过来。
force myself to wake
这
up.
样呢，我几乎每晚都要强迫自己
So every
醒过
night
来
I have to
3次
force myself to wake
但
up
是如果
3
再睡
times.
着呢，还是会梦到他
Even
们
if I sleep, I'll still
这
dream
种
of
状况
them.
一直持续
So
了
this
1个多星期
continued for a
搞
month,
得我的
for
大
a
脑
week,
啊没有完全得到
until
很
I
充分
couldn't
的
really
休息
rest.
啊，我感觉全身很
I
累
felt
很累
that I'm so tired.
我家师兄呢很幸
My
运，他有一个
husband
八
is
宝
very
明珠
lucky because he have
啊，当
a
师兄知道我晚
8
上
Auspicious Dharma Treasure Drama Bead. So he said, if you cannot sleep, why don't I lend you my treasure bead and you can sleep well. So I wore it and sleep at night. And on the first night that I wore the treasure bead, I slept very well and I do not dream of my past relative. I don't wake up at night and I feel so happy. And the next morning, I passed it to my husband and said, thank you so much. I slept so well. So from then on, every night before I sleep, my husband will lend it to me. And the next morning, I'll return it to him. He wears it in the day and I wear it at night. So Master's 8 Auspicious Treasure Bead is very good. Thank you, Master, and let me able to sleep well. This Dharma sister is very interesting. Because it's the 7th month, the lunar 7th month, so a lot of her relatives came to look for her and she felt so disturbed. Because she don't want to dream of them, she forced herself to wake up. When she wakes up like 3 times a night, how can she sleep? And she finally found a solution. It's only one relative. Many past relatives all came to look for her. So it's only during the 7th lunar month period. And her husband is so lucky to receive Master's 8 Auspicious Treasure Bead, and he lent it to her. And she's able to sleep well on the very first night, and doesn't wake up at night.
我觉得哈，就是到这个月份的时候呢，就是经常梦到这个你的往生的亲人哈。
I felt that
其实也是个
if she keep dreaming of
姻缘。
her past relative at this time, why do you dream of them?
梦到他也是好的，也是吉祥的。但是梦到他不太好的时候呢
If in a dream they were not so good, it means that they are trying to get something from you, trying to ask you to help them.
他需要帮助。
They need help.
对呀，给他做功德啊，给他念经啊，给他超度。
To chant for them, to do good merits to them, they are asking for help.
作为这个他的亲人来说
So as his relative,
往生者多数是自己的先辈嘛，对不对？长辈，哎，都是长辈。那么作为后代哈，
as
无论
their
你是男的后代，女的
descendant,
后
no
代，
matter you are
你都
male
是
or
后代
female,
你就应该去
you
帮
have
助
to
他
help
们，
them.
是吧？到咱们禅堂
Come to our
当然
center
外面觉得修得好的庙也可以哈，就是说去给他点灯啊，做
and
功
help
德，
them
去超度，
offer light
这才是你的
to do
亲
good
人
merit
托
for
梦的
them.
真正的目
This
的。
is the real reason why
对，
they come
你
to
要
your
去帮助
dream.
他。
You have to
否则
help
的话
them,
呢，其实对你也不利。我讲白了哈，
or else
你
it
不管
is
你怕不
not
怕，
good for
事
you.
实就是这样子。
No matter
对，你
you
要
are
帮助
afraid
他
or not, this is the truth.
这是根本。对。
And if you manage to help them, I'm sure you'll be able to sleep well at night.
平安和长寿。
You also help
对。
in your health,
对。
in your
黄宝珠师姐
longevity.
那个照片呢，我也看了哈。
I've seen her
对
photos,
正
this
好呢
Dharma sister's
大家
photo.
把那个脸放大一点哈，大家给这个黄宝珠师姐相面哈。
Look at her
讲
face.
过的那个3把刀的事儿，
Remember
看在师姐的
that
脸
I've
上能不
mentioned
能看到
before?
呀？
The tree knife, can you see on the Dharma sister's face? Yes, it's pretty obvious.
对，
It's on the ear
你看
too.
两眼中间2、3道啊，耳朵上斜的45度角
See
都
that the
有。
ear?
对，并且讲这两腮有肉的哈，两腮有肉的人这也得小心，对，容易出现这个哈。
You have to be very
对。
careful. Look at the in between her eyes, there are a few lines.
师姐还是好好走八卦呀。
对了，
So please continue
这
to
个时候
practice
除了你
energy
的故事之
bakwa.
外呢，那我送给你最宝贵的一点提醒哈，
This means
就
that
是你
other than
有
your
这个阎王
story,
爷的
I'm reminding
至少
you
2把刀带在你的脸上
that
的时
if you
候
have 2 of this
意味着
knife
什么
on your
呢？
face,
心脑血管
what does it mean?
需
It
要
means
清洁，
that you have to cleanse your
从今天
cardio
你就开始应该吃全素，
from
平常吃
cardiovascular,
饭
cerebrovascular
要极少哈，
disease.
少油，
So now
少
on,
糖，
you have
少
to
盐，
eat less
少那个
oil, salt,
碳
sugar,
水化合物，
大馒头米
淀粉
饭
类的
这样子的，
啊
因为它会转化成
白
糖。
面
Eat
的
less
白
of
面的
starch
食物，还有这个
because they will
大米
convert to
的
sugar.
啊这样的这个白色的这个食物要少吃，
Eat less of
多
them.
吃蔬菜、青菜、蔬菜，
Eat
虽
more
然都是菜类
vegetable.
就是你只吃根茎类的也不好，只吃根茎类的
If
也
you
不好
only
哈
eat the
要吃一
roots,
些
it's
叶
not
子类的
healthy too.
树叶类的与草相关的这个植物，绿色的哈，这样会比较好一些。
You must eat
对
more vegetables
那这个一定要预防这个中风的问题，
so
我在
that
经常
it
在
will
网上看
prevent
到
stroke.
会有些很中青年的，在
I
美
saw
国一个女
online
主播，这个女主播是大电视台的，
That there's this
讲着讲着它
tele
卡住
news
了
telecast.
结果电视台赶快就封闭住，
She was speaking
结果
halfway and then it
不久
was
之后
stroke.
发出讯息来，中
And she
风了
couldn't
说不出
speak.
话来了，
So
哦，这多
the
麻烦了。
TV channel have to close the
说来
program.
就来，
对，
So it's
在我们吃
very
饭的时
shocking
候呢
because it
大家
just
都
come
觉得我很
immediately.
累，我为什么不吃好
So
一
when
点
we
的，是
eat,
吧？
some people may say,
多
I'm
补
very
点肉，
tired,
多
why
补
don't
点
I
什
eat
么
more?
东西。
Eat more meat
对，这个
or
也确实是个
whatsoever.
理由。所以人身体也是矛盾的，
That's
对吧
the？reason our
你累了
body
吃好点
is in contradiction.
有
If
些
you're
老外
tired,
经
you
常
want
说
to
为
eat
了多吃肉还要，
like the Westerners. If they're
海鲜，
tired,
还
they
有
like
多
to
喝
eat
酒。
more meat,
对
have more seafood and drink
对，
alcohol.
那这些都可能会造成痛风、
All
还有
this
中
could
风、
cause
还有肝脏问题
stroke,
肝脏的消化问题。
and it affects the
那还
liver,
有
the
呢，
digestive
还有人
system,
平常没事吃很多种不同的药，
and some people eat a
各
lot of
种各样的，
medicine,
对，包括健康食品之类的，吃一把的时候，
a
那
lot
么
of
它产生
tablets,
的这个毒
health
素副作
tablet
用，
as well when they
通常伤
will
两个地方，
fine. But all this will
肝
also
和
prov-
肾。这个你们科学知识比较
affect
发
the
达，我
health.
知道哈，肝肾保不住。
they will affect their liver and their
所以当你的
kidneys.
学识没那么高，但是呢又有钱买这些所谓的药物的时候，总觉得你看那些富人都吃
So
这个
when you're very rich,
我们
but
想
then
长寿，
you do not know so
不
well,
管我们
you see a
穷
lot of
富，
rich people
所
eat
以
a
我
lot
们
of
要懂
tablets
得
and
怎
you
样科学的
continue
饮食哈，
continue to
就
eat all
是
these
无病
supplements.
少吃药，或者无
But
病
actually,
别
if you're
吃
not
药。
ill, it's
但是
better
通
not
过
to
那个
eat
食
tablet.
食物的
It's supplement
食补
because
食疗
it's
来
better
进
to
行调
get
整自
your
己的这个健
nutrients
康
from
合理的
actual
饮食哈。
food.
像我们的年轻和小时候，叫
When
做
we were
没
young,
有选择，见啥吃啥，
we had no
这样
choice.
可
We
能对
eat
你的营养
whatever
成
we
分哈，
see.
健康也许是有
So
帮助
this
的。
could be better for
到
your
了中
health,
老年之后，
overall health. So
做
when
人
you
做
were
事和吃
older,
东西都得有选择。
we have to choose what we
这
eat
这真的会
wisely.
变成这个少吃，那个少吃，那个不要吃，就是这样
There。are certain things that you have to
选
eat
择
less.
并不是你20岁的时候能吃的东西，你40岁就要有
You
些
don't
东西干
eat
脆别碰
as much range of
Ah.
things as
还
you
尤其
were
是
when you were
睡前
20
的
years old.
啊，什么喝点
Especially when
人
you're
参
about to
水啊
sleep.
喝点酒啊，
Like people will
这
drink
些
alcohol
都是一个
or
对身体
ginseng
特别不
water.
吉祥的事
All
情
these
啊
are not
一
good
定
for
要
the
注意哈
body. You have
就
to be
睡前
careful.
肚子不要胀
Like before you sleep,
啊，不要
do
饱
not
不要
stuff
胀
yourself
睡
with
前肚
food.
子是轻松的，
It's good
如果
that
吃得很
your
饱
stomach
如
is
果环境还是
relaxed
安全的话
before
你
you
最好
sleep.
是散散步啊，
运动
运动
If
一
it's
下，
safe to
走
go
走
out,
八卦呀，
it's better
甚
that
至
you
跳
go
跳
out
舞也
for a
可以
walk
哈
before you sleep.
要消食，你肚子不能有饱胀感。
Your
当有
stomach cannot
饱
feel
胀的感
full
觉，睡觉的时候，
because if you
如
feel
果不
full
是
when
极
you
度疲劳
sleep,
的话，我相信对身体是有害的。
I believe that is bad for
有时候
health.
得下这个病啊，就那一次造成的，它就成了病，是这样，病就来了。
Because
可
this
是
kind
想
of
把这个病拿
disease
走
or
啊，
illnesses can arise anytime.
病去如抽丝啊。
就
It's
很
not
艰难
easy
很
to
艰
get rid of the
对像
illness
卡住
once
鱼
it's
刺儿一样
here.
啊，吃了个鱼，咔卡住一个刺，
It's just
这么
like
一下，
You
但是
have
你
a
想把它
fish
消解的
bones
时候多难
choke
呢
in your throat.
有些到
It's
西医
very
怎么办
difficult to
割
get
开
rid of
喉咙
it.
取它，
So what can they
是吧？
do? Some Western
哎，真
doctor
很
would
麻
say,
烦。
cut the throat out and get rid of it.
这
It's
个
very
也告诉大
troublesome.
家哈， 还有包括这个宝珠师姐呢。
So I'm telling you, as well as this Baozu Dharma sister, to practice more
像宝珠师姐这个面相来说，
from
如果
her
早晚各
face.
一遍八卦，饮食还要注意。
If she can practice energy bagua in the morning and in the evening,
好，我
and
送你一颗珠子。
watch what she eat, I believe she'll be better.
不用借师
Let
兄
me
的珠
give
子
her a bead.
太吉祥了。
好，我的八宝
She
灵珠
doesn't have to use
送给
her
宝珠师
husband's
姐
bead
哈
anymore. She
好
have
祝
one
你健康
auspicious
长
bead.
寿
May
如意
you
吉祥。
enjoy good health and longevity and auspiciousness.
那师傅，接下来呢，又是来自洛杉矶的我们的
Hey,
如
Master.
喜师兄的分享。
哦，
好。
This is from LA, Rusing.
2013年秋
He said, Hello, Master. In 2013 autumn, we changed the house. Prior to this, the original house owner passed on in this house. His family were not around at the time, and after many days, he was discovered by neighbors. When we bought this house, the broker did mention that somebody just passed on in this house, but because the price is cheap, I still bought it. After we moved in for the first few days, when I slept at night, I suddenly felt that I was pressed. I woke up in my dream, and I saw a white old man laughing at me. And I shouted, I'm the disciple of JinBodhi, don't scare me. The ghost face immediately disappeared. After I woke up, I feel that he's the owner. Perhaps he doesn't want me to live here. So I immediately went to the meditation center to offer a light for him. After that, I was never disturbed by him again. He never entered my dream. And thank you, Master, for your protection.
师兄是明知无有鬼，为什么说明知无有鬼呢？
This Dharma brother knows that this house is haunted. Why did I say that? Because before he bought the house, the housing agent already told him that why is this house cheaper? Because the owner had passed on in the house, and he passed on for many days before he was discovered. That's why the house price is cheap. And the Dharma brother, he knows that it is so, and yet he bought it because it's cheap. I think it's a belief. He really believed, and he say, I'm Grandmaster JinBodhi disciple, don't scare me.
啊，其实不为别的，只因为便宜。
So he dared to buy it, no matter their spirit or not, because it's cheap.
世界各地房子哈，在本地收入来说都是贵的。
Houses all over the world are getting more and more expensive. So I believe to him,
便宜不少。
he thinks that it's a lot cheaper.
前屋主啊，老人也挺可怜的，其实。 是吧？
And the past owner is also very sad because all the children grew up and he lived alone. And he lives in his own house. So it could be anything. It could be stroke or heart attack. It would just happen instantaneously. You have no time to call your relative or open the window and call for help. So it just happened immediately. So this kind of houses are fine. You can look for him. And then after that, when he helps you get rid of the spirit, you can sell the house for more expensive price. Isn't that good? So in LA, if you encounter such houses, look for this Dharma brother. If you look for Bodhi disciple, we will go and help them. We help the spirit. In comparison, lighting a lamp is so much cheaper compared to the savings that he got from the house. I guess he already lighted a lot of lamp for the old man of the owner of the house, the past owner. I think he's very daring, Master. Are you going to give him some special treasure? Okay, I give him an 8 auspicious treasure bead.
我很欣赏他的胆识啊。好的，祝福如行阖家。
May Ru Singh and his family enjoy auspiciousness And the previous owner can goes to the Eastern or Western Pure Land and be free. Thank you, Master. The next one is Ping Chu's Dharma sister from LA, Los Angeles. He says that in 2017, she went to China to see the Terracotta warrior. So at that time, she was very curious. She didn't only go to one Terracotta warrior. She goes to see many of them. And when she reached home, every night before she sleeps, she felt that there's an energy trying to enter her body. She was so afraid that she do not dare to sleep. And this happened for half a year. And her body is so tired. One day, our Dharma our Medicine Buddha statue arrived in the center and she invited one home. And on that night, a miracle happened. The spirit doesn't come anymore. And I can finally sleep well. From then on, the spirit doesn't come anymore. Thank you, Master. Thank you, Medicine Buddha, for your protection. So she went to China to visit the Terracotta warrior. This is a very popular place where people go and visit. But there was a black spirit that follows her. They don't even need to buy air ticket and they came to look for her. And she couldn't sleep well for half a year. And the black spirit wanted to enter her body. Wherever she felt that, she would turn on the light and couldn't sleep. And it was this lapis lazuli Medicine Buddha statue that helps her. Do you have any question? So thankful to our Medicine Buddha statue for the protection to get rid of the evil spirit. And we also learned that it's better that we don't go to see all these terracotta warriors or all this old tomb, right, Master? Don't bring them home. Many years ago, I've already did some research. A lot of leaders from overseas, the stronger their power, they get a chance to go down to see the terracotta. For normal people, you can only see them from afar. They are fine. But what's worrying if they walk into the tomb and stand in the same level as the terracotta. When they go home, it's very easy for them to be affected by the spirit. When Clinton went over and came back, there has a lot of problem, a lot of news. And I was wondering, why was that so? They came to this awareness because when they created the terracotta warriors, it was under the Qing emperor. He looks at every soldier, their face, their body, and what they do. Like for example, this soldier, he'll even write their name on it, the soldier name. And even his position in the army, he'll write them on it. So their statue even painted. So after that, he let the witchcraft do some magic on them so that they become spiritual. And the soldiers are there to protect the emperor. So when you open up the tomb, the spirits are still there. Whoever goes down whoever try,
他们还
they are
具
there to
有
protect the
攻击
tomb.
性
So
忘了他是
they
士兵，
are
他
soldier.
具有攻击性。
伤害性
They are able
Right.
to attack.
那一般人说这个有这么邪吗？
So usually
我就
people
认
will say
为
that is it
就是
really
那么邪。到
so
了这儿来，
evil?
这师姐
I
还
think
是
so.
善心的进去之后，才不会有太大的那个问题哈。
So a lot of people who go in have to
否则的话，
have a very
对。
compassionate heart,
当
kind
然
heart,
佛像也起
or
了
else
很大的
there'll
作
be a
用。
lot of problem that could
对，这个
arise.
是挺厉害的。所以大家没事儿的话，
So if you have
也没那么个能
nothing
量，
to do or you do
尽量
not
这
have
个
the
古坟、
energy,
古墓，
please do not go to
觉
the
得有这
old
个坑
tomb
还是少去的好。
感恩师傅指导。
or even
对。
the to see
对，
the
就是这
Terracotta
样的。
warriors.
我这故事多了，所以我今天就不细讲了。
I have a lot
啊
of
就
such
简单来讲就
stories,
是
so
这
I
样
will
少
not
去。
tell you too much. I only tell
感
you
恩师傅。
try not to
那
go
咱们也给
if you
师
can.
师姐一份礼物吗？
好，好，
谢谢她的分享。
好的。
Can we give her a present to thank her for her sharing?
好，送给平处师姐呢一颗
So
八
for
宝莲
Ping
珠
Chu,
啊，祝你如意吉祥，
a
消
eight
灾灭难
auspicious
啊，健康
treasure
长寿
bead for you.
收到。
May you
感恩师
enjoy
傅
longevity, get rid of
接下来呢，想跟师傅分享
Unlucky
来自马来西亚宝林禅
and
堂
enjoy good
林
health.
丽萍她的故事。
Okay, Master, this is Ling Li
她说
Ping
师傅好，
from
在
Malaysia
今年的9月2号中秋节来临之际，
Center.
我
So he
带
said,
着
Hi,
我的先
Master.
生还有2个儿子
This
要
Mid
回
Autumn
娘家，
Festival,
因为
I
担心
went
白天
home
会塞车，
to
所以
my
我们
mother's
就选
place
择
with
晚
my
上出
husband
发
and 2
当
sons.
时呢是我来驾车的，一家
And
4
I
口
was
本来
driving,
想开开
so
心
the
心
four of
地
us
享受这次旅
wanted
途
to enjoy
没
the
想到
ride.
在晚上11点
But
左
at
右的
around
时候，
11 o'clock in the
阴险正
evening,
一步步地下
danger
雨逼
approached
近
us step by
当
step.
时我们行驶
At
在
that
高
time,
速公路上，
we traveled on
但
the
突然间
highway.
在我们车
But
子的右
suddenly,
后方
at the back
驶
of
来
our
一
car,
辆速度飞快的车，
there's a
还
car
没
that
等我们反
approached
应
us
过
in a
来，
very
这辆车
fast
瞬
manner.
间
Before
撞
we
到我
can
们车
react,
的右
the
后
car
侧，
hit our
我们的
car
车被瞬间撞飞，
back.
并且不断地在地
So
上翻转着，
our
翻
car
转了好几
spin
圈。
a few
当车子
rounds.
终于停下来的时候，车子已
When
经
our car
翻出了
finally
100尺
stopped,
左右，车底朝天。坐在后座的丈
it
夫
was
是第一个从窗口
capsized.
爬出去的，
And
随后
my
我的
husband
2
was
个
the
儿
first
子
to climb
也
out.
陆续爬出了车
And
外。
after that, my 2
当我
sons
们
also
一
climbed out of the
家
car.
4口
When
人
our
都出
4
来后，
people
我
were
们
out,
各自检
we
查
checked whether
是
we
否
were
受伤。
injured.
我发现
I
我
found
的
that my
2个
two
脚趾头
toes
被
were
割伤
cut.
了一点，丈夫和
My
2儿子
husband
也
and
只是
second
皮外
son
伤，
only
大
had
儿子
some
毫发无
scratches on
损。
their skin.
那一刻，我
And
看
my
到
the
我
other
最爱的
son
家
is
人们
fine.
都平安
So
无
at
事
that
的时
moment, when
候，
I
我
saw
的
that
第
my
一个意
family
念
are
就
fine,
是感恩
my
佛菩
first
萨的
thought
护
is to
佑，
thank
感恩
Buddha
金菩提宗
and
师的护
Grandmaster
佑，
JinBodhi for
因
your
为我们
protection.
车上有金菩
Because
提
we
宗
have
师吉祥
Grandmaster
卡、
JinBodhi's
释迦牟尼
auspicious
佛吉
card
祥卡，还有一
and
本菩提法门
Shakyamuni
经典。
Buddha auspicious
在
card
车
in
子
there
打滚的那
and
一刹
Bodhi
那间，
Meditation
我感觉自己被一股
Sutra.
力量在
So
保
I
护
felt
着，
that I'm
我们能
protected
够
by a
平安无
force.
事，这绝对是
That's
一
why
个
all of
奇
us
迹。
are fine.
当我
It's a
们再回
miracle.
看车子的
When we
情
look
况，
back to the
损毁的
car,
程度
the
超
degree
乎
of
想象，
damage is
非
beyond
常
our
严重。
imagination.
那一堆
It's
金
very
属已
serious.
经变形、
And a branch
扭
of
曲、零
metal
碎、
has
散
been
落。
deformed,
当拖车
distorted,
公司的工
broken,
作
and
人员
shattered.
来拖车的时候，
When the
看到
trailer
那样的场
companies
景，说我们一
came,
家4口人
when they
能
saw
活
our
着，
car,
简直是
they
太
say that
幸运
we
了。
are really very
我们
lucky
半
that we
夜
are
去医
still
院
all
处理
alive.
伤口的时候，
When we
医
go to
生
the
听说了
hospital
我
in the
们的
middle of the
经历，
night and the
连
doctor
连
heard
地
about
说
our
这太不
experience,
可思议
he
了。
keeps saying that
还
it
有
was
更
too
危险的，
incredible.
就是当时我们从
And the
车里
more
爬出来
dangerous
后，
thing is
我
that
们
when
的
we
身
came out
上
from our
周围
car,
的地上都
the
是汽
ground
油。如果那时候我
and
们
our
一
body
点
were
点的
filled
火
with
源，后
gasoline.
果都是不堪设
Luckily, there
想
was
的。
no fire
后来我
source,
们在车
or
外
else
找到了
the
那本染
consequences
上了
is
一点血迹的
unimaginable.
菩提经典。
Later, when
在
we are
这里，
outside the car,
我
we
由衷
found
地感恩大
the
慈大悲
Bodhi
金菩提宗师，
scripture
感恩诸佛
with a
菩
bit
萨。
of
这
blood
么严
dye
重的
on
车
it.
祸
So
是
we are
人
very
的力量
thankful
无法
to
控制的，
God
这也
and
是
to
佛菩萨
Buddha
对
and
我们
to
一家人的
Bodhisattva
慈
and Grandmaster for helping us and protecting us from such a car
哇
accident.
这个太神奇了哈！哇，真
Thank
是
you,
看那个
Grandmaster.
车祸照片真的是那个车的
It's
所有
really a
状况
miracle
非
when we
常
look at
严
the
重
condition of the
车
car.
了都，哎呀，都
It
成
is-
碎片了都。
It doesn't look like a car at
高
all.
速
It's
行
just
驶
some
中
scrap
哈
metal
高速行驶中
because
被
it's
被
traveling
侧面
very
撞了之
fast
后
on the
哈
highway.
它就
它的
连续
And when it
换
was
连续
knocked,
翻滚，
嗯，
哎，
at the side,
它就失控了，
it keeps spinning
就是
around.
完全不
So
在
that means
路
that he
上
has
正
lost
常走了
control of
所以
their
人
car.
被撞成什么样子都是
So
可以
in
理
such
解
a case, we cannot imagine how the person would have been like.
而且这个车看着都感觉都被扭曲
And we
压
can
扁了
see that the
人在里面
car
竟然
is all
这个车报废了。
deformed.
是
没法修。
There's no way they can repair this
他刚
car.
才讲到一个细节点哈，
And he
他说这
mentioned
个
something.
幸亏旁边没有一点点火
He
源。
said, luckily there wasn't
但是你
any
知道
light
汽车很
source.
多撞一下就起火的原
But do you
因呢？
know that the reason why a lot of cars caught fire
还有一个它
when they
前引擎
were
里
not
面哈
is because
是
in
很
the
烫很热
engine it is very
这个
hot.
烫的这个程度
This heat
很容易使旁边的
can
汽油
cause
哈
the petrol
点燃起
at
来
the，side
这
to
没被点燃，
be lighted up.
这本身就又救了他一命。
对，
如果一撞一起火，
So this saved their life because it
前一
wasn't
段时间
lighted up.
台湾有一个电车是吧？
Like
特斯拉
Earlier,
电
there's
车一位
this-
明星
there's this case in Taiwan where a Tesla car
是吧？当时
was
救援人员都开不开那
driven
门
by a movie star, and then he hit the Tesla and it
不知道在哪开
go up
抠
into
没
flame.
个抠拽门
They
的
couldn't
地方
find a place to open the car.
那个火，哇！要不是大家那台湾人那遇上那几位特别善良的人把他往外救出来的话，
So the driver was so lucky that there are many people that
哦，
helped him to save him and the son out of the
汽油
car.
车呢更容易起火，
It's really scary.
所以这一家人哈真的捡了条命。
So for cars
哦，
that's run by fuel,
我觉得这
it's
跟
even more
他们
dangerous.
平时的做功德有关系。
I believe it has something to do with their
最重要的
merit
我觉得
that they
哈
have been doing in
是
the
那本
past.
经书呀，
And I think the most important thing is that because in the car they have the Bodhi Meditation Sutra. This is the sutra
所以
that
我
they
觉得
kept in the
大家可以
car.
模仿。
Maybe you
我觉
can
得
follow what
经
they
书呢，如果
do.
你们家有，比如说4间房，
If you have
你
4
家里至少
bedrooms,
放5本儿，
you put at least
4
5
个睡房再加客厅
of
呢
this book
啊，各个
because
地
you
方各
put
放上一
one
本儿
in every
但是别
room
当垃圾
as
似的
well
啊
as
你要
your
有
living room.
恭敬的
But you
位
have
置
to
高雅
show
的干净的位置
respect.
放上它。
You have to
那个
put
车
the
里头哈
sutra in
最好
a
放上2-3本儿，
good place.
好吧？哎，
And
放
it's
2-3
better
本
that
儿
you put
门
some
的
in your
两侧呀
car,
对，
前后呀，
对对，
啊，3-4本儿都可
on
以
the two
哈
sides of the
还有
car,
平常
the
把它
front, the
包好
back.
用
But
透
you
明
wrap
的
it
塑料布
well.
把它
You can
包好
put a plastic,
那
transparent
你在车上
plastic
放不是用来阅读的
holder to cover it up and put in
不
your car. By putting this in your car, it's not for reading, it's
做
for
微波炉的那个
protection.
膜叫啥？保鲜膜，
膜
保鲜膜包上它，
I
包
think
上
you
几层
can
并且是透
use
明的，
cling wrap
那
to
也
wrap
不
a
容易被
few
污染，
layers
是
so
吧？
that
哎，
it
这样才能
doesn't
看到这
get
个经典
dirty
啊
and you can still
真
see
的好，
the
这个
sutra.
太
It's
宝
very
贵了
good.
所以需要的
It
朋
can
友
save
呢
a person's
到我们
life.
各地禅堂哈，
So for
或者
people
或
who
者发
need
信息
it,
来就近的，其实去禅堂去领取就
you
好，
go to
免
our
费的哈，
meditation
免费领
center
取
and
经书
collect them.
好吧？
It's
我
free.
在家里。
到慈悲音网站免费领取都是可以的。嗯，
Or even you can go to the Siping
关键
website
时候
to get it for
它就
free.
保命了。
In
如
the
果我们
most
回到
critical
佛经里
moment,
来
it will
说的话
save you.
如果我们家里头或者我们的企业事业之中哈，店铺之
If
中
our house
供
or
奉
our
的这个经典的
organization
话
or shops
会得到
have we
无数
put
无量
this
的佛菩萨
sutra
和
in
诸神
our
灵的
office,
护佑，
they will
消灾灭难，
a lot of
诸事吉祥，
gods, a lot of
亨
Buddha,
通，
Bodhisattva will
还
come
会
and
使事业
protect
发达
you. It will help your business and your
一
career.
切邪神邪灵
advancement.
都不会侵犯
All
你
evil spirit will
啊
not
这个
come to
经书就
you.
这么好，
It
这
is
么
how
重要
good this
对。包括
scripture
我们
is.
发心注印赞助我们新出的经
And
文
this
哈，
includes
像《地藏经》
all of you who
啊
have
那是功德无量
helped
的。
to print our
对，
recent
将来把
sculpture
那
like
部
the
经
Earth
也 同
Store
样
Bodhisattva
的
sculpture.
供奉和存放都是非常吉祥。
You
会
can
得到
also keep
平安护
that
佑
s-
啊
scripture.
对
It will also give you the same kind of
关键的时候能
protection.
得到护佑，太不可思议了。
差别呀。
哎，是啊，
It is
我们
really
之
a
前讲过一个
miracle.
故
This
事
is like life and
就是那
death
个一个大
situation.
楼起火了，对不对？
And we mentioned about one
就可是
of
他
these
家
instances
人
where
保
the
护
house was
你都
on
想不到
fire.
的对不
They
对
put a lot
所
of
以的话，有时
books,
候
a lot of
忽悠的这种
this
神圣的
Dharma
状态
scriptures,
是超越
and
我
they are
们正常
all
能力
protected.
啊。好，
A lot of time, all this protection
这个有缘
by
人供
gods
奉这部
and
经典
Buddha
哈
are beyond
各
our
地我们
understanding.
各禅堂也有这部经书哈，大家赶快去
So we
请
have
啊
this
不用花钱
Dharma
哈
scripture
就可以
in
请
our
到家哈
center. You do not have to
哎
pay a
在家
cent.
里
You
放
can
这
just
个
go to our Dharma center. our Bodhi Meditation Center and invited
我们也送这位
home.
林丽萍同修。
好，那我把这一部经典呢，再送给林丽萍同
I will
学
give
他们
this
好吧？
scripture to Ling Liping and his family.
祝你们全家
May your
如
whole
意吉祥
family enjoy
万事
auspiciousness.
亨通，
收到。
出入平
May
安，
everything be smooth for
长
you.
命百
May
岁。
you be safe and enjoy longevity.
太吉祥了。
Thank you, Master. It's so
师傅接下来是
auspicious.
我们温哥华禅堂一个小师姐来分享的啊。师傅好，我叫以类。
Hello, Master.
是一名
This
在
is from a
本校
Vancouver
的
center,
大学生
Elaine. She said
上
that
个周二呢，我去
she's a
学校上
university
课
student.
坐在自习室里边学习。
So
当时就
last,
穿了一件单衣，没有穿外套。
so I was studying
学
in
了10
school,
分钟左右啊，
and then I didn't wear a jacket.
吹我的后背
So after I
颈椎
study, I realized that there's
感觉
wind
身体都
blowing on
都
my
像被
back
吹透了一样，
and my spine, and I
风
felt
吹
that
得我
the
的
wind is
手
so strong.
拿那个笔都快拿不住了。
And the wind was so strong that I couldn't hold my pen well. When I look around, I don't see
也没有人搞恶作剧
any window that was open or any wind
然后我
vent.
想可能是我
So
穿得
where did the
少了
wind
点
comes
吧
from? I was thinking maybe I wore a bit little that day. Although I have friends who also wear sleeveless, short sleeve,
回家的路上呢，
but I
我就感
think
觉
maybe
头
it's because of
非
what I
常地
wear.
不舒服
On my
头
way
顶发
home,
闷
I felt
无
that
法集中精
my
神
head
而
is
且好像头
uncomfortable.
还会有这种
I
刺痛
cannot
感
focus,
那我想
cannot
可能是这
concentrate,
段时
and
间
there's some
学习
pain
太
on
累
my
了
head. I
也没
think
有
maybe
早
I've been
起
studying too hard,
第二
and I
天呢
didn't think too much
在家
about
里
it.
休息了一天
And the next day,
结
I
果这
rest
一
in my
天
house
头
for
一
a
直是
day.
昏昏沉
My
沉的
head
也提不起精神到了
is
晚
very
上我突然
painful.
想起师父近期
And
的
at night,
加
I
持
suddenly
直播可
remember
能会帮助我
Master's
我赶紧
special
打开直播
blessing
听
to,
了这个师父的加持
and
啊
I
我
turn
躺
on
在
my
床
YouTube
上
and
静
listen
静
to
地
it.
听师父的加持
I was
听
listening
完
to
之
it
后
quietly on
头
my
脑
bed.
清晰了
And
头
after
也
that,
不痛
my
了
head,
身
my
上
mind
也有
became
力气
clear
了
and my body
当时
become
我
strong
没有意识
again.
到我是受了不好
I
的
didn't
东西
realize at
啊
that
他以为
time
就是着
that I
凉
was
了啊
affected by bad
结果
energy.
呢这周二我又去上课
I thought I had
这
a
次我
cold,
特意
and
穿了
on
一件厚
Tuesday
外
I
套
went to the same
但
class
是
again.
当我坐
This
在
time
教室
round,
里听
I
老师
wear
讲
a
课的时候
thick
我
jacket.
又感觉到有
But
风
when
在
I
吹
listen
我
to my
而且是
lecturer talk,
吹透了我的
I
厚外
feel
套
the
呢
wind
吹
again,
得我毛
and
骨
it's
悚然的
blowing
都起
through
了
my
一身鸡
head
皮疙
thick
瘩
jacket
我当时意识
until
到
I
不对劲
feel
儿了下课之后
goosebumps.
果不其然我的头
And
又
after
开始
lesson,
疼了
I have headache
晚上
again.
回家我就点了菩提
And when I
沉香
go home, I lighted the
那个
Bodhi
檀香
incense
啊希望头疼的这个
and
症
hope
状啊就好
that
一些
my headache
结果真
is
的好了我就
elevated,
想又没事儿了
and it
到了
was
第二
better.
天下午放学之后
And the
头
next day, in
又
the
开始疼
afternoon
了
after school,
那我就想
I
起来
felt
哎师傅又
headache
有新的
again.
加持
And I
了
remember
我又打
Master
开
have
直播
new
加持
blessing
3
music,
又
and I
听
listened
在
to
加持的
Master's
过程中
blessing
我一直处
tree.
于似睡非睡的
And
状
when I
态
was
里
listening to the
在加持
blessing,
进行
I
到
was like
45
half
分钟
asleep.
的时候我
And
当时还
45
特地
minutes
看
through
了看
the
时间
meditation, the
突
blessing,
然闻到
I
一
look
股
at the
非
time,
常浓
and I
烈
could
的臭
smell
大蒜味儿搞
a
得我
very
头都
strong
晕起
garlic
来了
smell.
我非常清楚啊，我没有吃
And
大
I'm
蒜
having
呐
very
家
bad
里又不
headache.
做饭
I
哪有
remember
蒜味
that
儿
I
呢
don't have
我
garlic
想
at
起
home.
师
I
傅
don't
以
even
前
cook
节
at
目中
home.
说过
Why is there such a
肺是冷
smell?
气
And I
这只是
remember
邪气
Master
上身的
mentioned
人
that
会
for
发出像
people
大蒜一样
who
的
are
那种
af-
臭的味道。
who
想
are
到这里，我马上
entangled
意
by
识
the
到
evil
哦，
energy
是
or
师
evil
傅的加
spirit,
持
they will have
把
this
我身
garlic
体里的
smell.
鬼气或者
So I
是
was
邪气
thinking,
给
oh, maybe
逼
it's
出来了。
Master's
我赶紧起
blessing
身
that helped
又
me
点
get
上
rid
了
of
菩提
this
檀香来驱
evil
散这股
energy.
邪气。
So I quickly
加
light
持结束后，
and thank
臭
Master
气
for helping me get rid
完
of
全
the
消失不见了。
evil energy.
通过这件事情呢，
After
我
the
就意识到
blessing, the
随
smell
身
is
携带
gone.
辟邪宝物的重要性
And
了。
from now on, I realized the importance of bringing Dharma treasure with me wherever I go.
并且随身
So the
带
next
着
day after
啊
school,
带
I
着
bring
书
my
包里
Vajrapaster
来
with me,
消灾辟邪。
the
让
couple
我非常感恩
Vajrapaster,
师父的
and
能
put
量
it in
大
my
加
bag
持，让我
to
能够
protect
一
me.
次次被邪气入侵的时候呢，迅速的恢复健
Thank you,
康。
Master, for your
感恩师父
protection
的开示，
and
让我懂
helping
得
me
了
wherever
要
I
随
was
身带
affected
有
by the evil
护佑的保护
energy
来
to
避免
protect
邪
me
气。
and keep me
感
healthy.
恩 师父。
Thank you, Master.
好，这个小朋友的这个故事还挺好的哈。
学校里的经历，
学校也有这样的
学校也这样啊。
也有鬼气带
这是
回家呀。
大学。
Oh, this little child, she's in a very good
有什么 say
popular school, UBC, in Vancouver.
其实是。
And yet she's also affected by spirit. There was once I went to a university in Toronto. I don't talk about the name of the university. is over 100 years
都
old
是那个时候建的。
because some of the buildings are
其实
built
大
at
家
that
呢
time.
在国外很多这个就是有识之士哈。
In
就民众
overseas,
对于
you have a lot
这
of
个大众的这个学习、读书、教育这件事情很重视。
people are
所以他
very
们有很多的这个
people
房
take
子建
studying
造的
very
哈，到今
important.
天来说像艺术品一
So they
样。
have a lot of
都那么
buildings
精
that
密
are
啊。
very beautifully
对。
built.
但是
They are
我
like
在
art
走进
pieces.
一个房子的时
So
候，
when I
就是还没进去，
enter a building close, and I'm
看它
close to a
屋顶啊。
building before I enter,
就有一种怪
I
怪的
look
气
at the
那个
roof
气
of the
特别像
building,
那种电影上演的那种邪气，
and I can see a
那
kind of
妖怪似的
energy.
黑乎乎的，像伸出很多爪子来。
It looks like what you see in movie, a lot of the black energy
等
with
我
a lot
我
of
注意的时候它
claws.
又
And
出
when
来
I look at it,
哎，这我
carefully,
觉得
it's
它看我
gone.
的感觉，
and when I don't look at
哎
it,
它可能
it
有点
appears
怕也
again.
是哈。
Maybe it's a
对，
bit afraid
我
of
觉得
me
这些
staring at him.
这些地方要小心一
And
点。
I feel that you have to be very careful when you go to such places.
在那儿之后，我就在一个是有很多人给我写信的哈，
So a lot of people write to me, and I
有
realize
些这个
such a
学校的
problem.
学生哈，他们其实年轻人不容易，
Sometimes all these students,
青春期
it's not easy to be a
本来就容易
student
躁动，
because when you're at that
还有
stage
读
of your
书的压
life and
力
you're your teens,
恋爱的压力，
you have your
恋爱
pressure
是压
from
力，
studies,
就人家
from
就
your
找上你还没
relationship.
找上，这也是
Why
压力，对不
why
对？
do you have pressure in relationship? Because somebody may already have
或者三个人追一
found
个
their
到底选
partner,
哪一
but
个
you
这都
have
是
not
压
got
力，对不
yours,
对
or maybe a lot of people
哎
chase
读
after
书
you
读不好
and you don't
压
know
力
who to
对不对？
choose,
对，
or
其
you
实
don't do
青
well
年
in
压
your
力挺
studies
多
and
的，
you feel
听是玩
pressurized.
笑，其实一点儿也不轻松。
It may sound like a
对，
joke,
因为
but
很多这种压
it's
力，
really
有些青年人啊，
very stressed for
没
the
有人及
children,
时的给他
for the youth.
开导他，
So when they have pressure
怎么做
and
人
there's
做
nobody
事
to
啊
talk
等
to
等啊
them,
不是，或者有很多他的家长也不在跟前，
or maybe a lot of
对，
them,
有
their
有些
parents
孩子
are
一
not
想
with
通就
them,
出事儿，所以经常会有一些
so
学
they
校
get
的
into
校园，
trouble
还有学校的本
because
身
they
的一些
couldn't
宿
think
舍
of what to
可
do.
能也不是那么平安。
And a lot of
所
hostel
以去
are not
入
that
住
safe
大学
too.
的这些孩子们呢，身上最好也有一些护身符之类的
So
来
it's
护着
better for students who go to
所以有些
hostel
怪
in
事会发
university
生
to have some Dharma
真是
protect
不少的。
treasures to protect them.
那这个咱们尹类呢也是师傅的
So
新的
Elaine,
老网友了
she's
哈
also
对
Master's
她也听到
young
师傅讲一
fans,
开始就以为
online
就是
friends. So when she hear from Master, she could think that, oh, maybe she caught a cold due to wind.
到后来她
It's
发
only
现
later
身体
but
发出
that she realized
阵的
that
时
her
候
body have that
知道哼
strong
中了邪气了
对，才知道
garlic
确认
smell that she realized that
对
she's affected by the evil energy.
走了
And she's grateful to Master for helping her get rid of that evil energy.
她是金刚杵
So what did she wear? She
当时
wore,
没有所以才招了邪气所以她就想到
or at a point of time, she doesn't have this. So she's affected by the evil energy. So after that, she
一开始
she
年轻
remind
人也
herself
没
to
有
wear
多
the
想
the copper
这学校
Vajra
是学
pestle
科
with
学和
her.
知识的地方，
Sometimes students do not think so much because a school is a place for education. Why would there be evil spirit?
你刚才讲的他那个故事就是，
在那个教室里嘛
哎，他还穿上了棉衣
You
服
see that she was wearing thick
后
coat
外套，
啊可是
后外套
in the
可能
lecture
再有风
theater,
能吹进去，
so there wouldn't be wind that blows her body, but she can still feel very strong wind blowing through her thick
这个时候
jacket.
人确实要多想一想，他不
So
是
you really
风
have to
啊
think
那但是你有
further.
风
These
感
are
受
not
它是
just
啥
normal wind.
对，
就是邪气
一股阴邪之气啊。
These are
所以这个时
evil
候你需要有
energy.
一些
护身的
更高能量
So
来
on
护
such
身的
cases, you need something to protect
对，那
you,
否则的话容易病倒。
or else it's easy for a person to forsake.
感恩师傅提醒所以我们金刚
Thank you,
杵啊
Master,
这
for your
些
reminder.
随身的尤其
That's
特别
why
适
we
合于
have
学生啊非常好
The
携带
Vajra
放在书包里
pestle. These are very good for students to carry around in their bag
因为不同的邪气哈，不同的邪气
because there's
它什
different
么样都有
evil
有的可能
energy.
让你想哭，
There are some that
想人间
makes
唯
you
一
want to
想
cry.
自杀的，
Some
有
wanted
的
to
就直
take
接说
their
头
own
痛头
life.
晕这还
Some
算
may
轻
feel
的
headache
对
or
不对
giddy.
但是
These are the
如果发
light
展下去
one.
的话呢，
But
那
有些可能
精神就出
if it's affected for a longer period of time, it could affect their mental health. Like a lot of students in school, their mental are affected,
如果
and they may
能
choose
请
the
到这
wrong
些法
path.
物带在
So if
身
you
上
manage to
甚
invite
至
some
装在这
Dharma
个书包里头
treasures,
都可以的
put in your bag
小
or
的带
carry
身
them
上
with
大一
you,
点的装
the
书包
smaller
里
one carry them with you,
还
the
有
bigger
就是
one you can put in your
学生
bag,
的这个宿舍呀，
and
也
the
是
students'
要
hostel
有这
too.
个我们的菩提的法物来护佑。
It's important that they have our Bodhi Dharma treasure
非常重要。
for protection, be it on the,
这个宿舍
they put it as a painting on the wall or put it on the table for
尤其是
protection.
在这个大学睡觉的时候啊，最好穿咱们菩提的
Especially
衫
when you're sleeping
哎
in your
可能会更
university,
好
you
一些
better wear our Bodhi shirt.
对
It may protect you
真
even
是哈，
even
所以
better.
还是恭喜我们这位小朋友哈。还
So
是
congratulations
得
to
到了
our
一些护
friends
佑了
that have
哎
received some
对对对
protection.
好，恭喜恭喜！好，
Congratulations.
小宝贝吗？
好，我们这次送他个什么呢？
So what should we give?
送他一件我们这个红色的，刚才讲了红色的，我看到旁边放了一件哈，啊，
He will give her the red
送给你这一件哈，咱们菩提的
Bodhi
这一
Meditation
件 T 恤
shirt.
衫哈，哎，护佑你如意吉祥，
May you be protected,
健
be
康快乐，
收到。
auspiciousness, good health, and
师傅，
saved.
客气。
好，那师傅、
Thank you,
接
Master.
下来我还想跟师傅分享一位
Master,
啊
I
我们
still
的
want to share.
一位弟子叫东英啊，
We have a disciple called Dong Ying.
也是一个祈请师傅帮助的这么一个来信。
His story also need help from Master. He said, "Hello, Master. Since 2013, that I have been disturbed by ghosts, I started to be more sensitive to such things. On August 28, last month, I went to the river with my husband and friends. We had fun, but I didn't expect that when I returned home, my nightmare just began. In that evening, I was very tired, and I went to bed early. At around midnight, suddenly, I felt a great force pulling my hand. And I think I'm not afraid because I have the protective cards around me. And suddenly, there's an energy that hit my head hard, and I was so scared. And the next few nights, I was also experiencing the harassment by the evil energy. So I light lamp for all sentient beings, and I also light lamp for myself. And I also have a Vajra pestle. I even hold my beads and sleep at night. And I even have the 8 treasure beads. But I'm still affected by the energy. So it's Master's live broadcast that helped me from the spirit. I finally sleep well, but on September 29, the evil spirit came back again. Now I can only sleep when I hold on to the So Master, what can you do to help? What can I do to help me?
这种
So he and the husband went to take a boat ride
到
and was
海里还是
tired.
河里，
它是游船河，可能应该是河，对，在香港的地方。
香港的呀，
She's in Hong
香港那
Kong.
是海，
是海哈。
香港
It's
坐
the
船就是
sea.
海，
In Hong
香
Kong,
港没有一条
is
河让人坐的啊。
it's the sea. They don't have river.
对，然后回来他很累嘛，他到半夜12点。
So she's very tired.
有人
At night, she felt that there's somebody pulling her hand. She wasn't afraid then because she has a Dharma protector picture on her wall. But because the energy struck her head, that's why she got awake. She fall. And after that, every night she was disturbed by the spirit. And she kept offering light to herself, to all the Dharma debtors, Dharma creditors, everybody. And she was very happy that she got Master's 8 treasure beads. And she sleep. And nowadays she have to carry Master's Vajra pastor to sleep, or else she couldn't sleep. And she's asking Master, she's trying so hard to use this
这些
method,
法物
but
用的不少哈。
but how can she help? Yeah, she used a lot of this Dharma treasure, but the evil spirit is here. So let's talk about who is this evil spirit.
上转了一圈
She and
之
her
后
husband went to sea.
那么香港地区的海有这么厉害啊？
And is the sea in China, in Hong Kong, that
每
strong?
天都有人去玩儿啊，也没有说
There are people who go and play
这
every
脑子也
day.
背着劲儿了哈。在若干年之前，应该是近100
Many
年以
years
来啊，
ago,
我们从中国
maybe
大陆
100
进入香
years
港，
那是挺对，
对吧？
对
有多少人死在那个海上？
对，
how many
那
people
是整个历史时期都是这
have
样的，
passed
这也
on
没啥不好讲。
on the sea
从历史以来
from
哈
China to Hong
说
Kong?
哎，那边过日子好了，这边过得平
Like a
静
lot of people
大家
may
就
think
要
that
过
oh,
去
China, Hong Kong
从
seems
几
to
十
be a
年
better
前
place to
一
stay
直
than
到若
China.
干
So
100年
for
左右
many
都是这
years,
样。
people
所以在
have
海
been
上和靠近
trying
深
to
圳这个路
move
边上死了多少人？
to Hong
多
Kong
了
from
因为非
China.
法偷渡
So
边防
along
军
this
就
way,
开
a
枪
lot
打
of people
人呢
die
是不是？再加
because
上
if you
黑社会绑
try
票之类的，
to go
那在那
into
上
the
头孤魂野
land
鬼太多
illegally.
了。
Of course,
这
the
香港的码
the
头也不
people
容
would
易，
shoot you.
所以在
So
海上也招
along
惹
this
了那
stretch
哪
of
个
sea,
黑道朋友呢？哎，对不对？所以他
there are a lot of
人
life
家本
lost.
来就是冤死的，
So
本来
these
想过去偷渡过
people
个好日子
actually
嘛，结果
die.
这个淹死了或被人
Very,
打死了，
they
孤
may
魂
have
野鬼也没
drowned
人管，没人
or
超
they
度，
may
家
have
人也
shot
不知道。
off, and nobody
就在那
knows. Their
飘着。
family doesn't know, and they are
但
just
是为
wandering
什么找
spirits
上
there.
你呢？
And why do they
对不
look
对？
for you?
这
That's
个
the
不知道，这就
question.
是未解之谜。
I don't know.
我们用这么多的法器都不管用的时候，
When we use a
那
lot
我
of
觉得你还
Dharma
应该
treasure and it doesn't help,
去要
I think you need to
花更多的钱去超度它。我为什么
spend
直白地去这么
more
讲？花
to
更多的
help.
钱超度它。
Why do I say
假
spend
设
more
是
money
说
to help
你
the
自
evil
己的前
spirit?
世或者你父亲就把这人给杀了。
Because I may say, for example,
你就希望
yours
你的
or
超
maybe
度
your father, your
就是你
parents
现在拿着
have
这些宝物光想避
killed
开我，但
this
不行啊！
evil spirit.
就是你或你爹杀
So
我，
if you think that by
你不能
using
躲开。
your
从天神阳
Dharma
里也是
treasure,
这
you
么
can
认为
help you, it's not possible.
你避
So
不
you
开
must
的，
do
那怎么
more
办
for
呢？
them.
你要发心超度他
So you have to
啊，来解这个愿，
spend more
还要
to
做
help
功德解愿，
them
还要发心超
to
度，
get rid of this angle.
知道吗？
Do you know
做
that?
大的功德，
对，要这样子
对
啊，你才可能解得了。我认为，所以你要多做这个功德，做到
So I
哪一天
think that
这
you
个头
should
我
do
不知道。
more. And until when, I don't know. Because everybody have different.
你想前
different
世你是什
sin
么身份，我也不知道。
I don't know who were you
我
in
比
your
如说
past
有一个人
life.
在河里下毒，
Maybe somebody
那这个城里的人就喝这个
poisoned
河
the
里的水，
river
对不对？
and
你下
everybody
去退毒之后
drink
城里的人10
the
万人都
water
被
from
你
the
毒死
river.
了。请
And
问这么
because
大
you
的一个
put
罪过
poison
的
in
时
this
候，你
river,
说
so many people
点亮
die
盏
because
灯
of
完了
you.
之后拿
Do you
着两
think
个
by
法灯避
offering
开它，
2 lights
避不
and
了啊，
having
它
2
铺天盖
Dharma
地都
treasure
是
can
你来
help
的，
you? It
你
doesn't.
没法去抵
Because
挡，
they are
我
from
那个
all
法
over
我
the
也挡不了，
place.
因为你这个
My Dharma
罪孽太
treasure is
大，
not able to help you because the sin is
就
too
大概是这么
strong.
个道理。
It is something
所
like
以
that.
多做点功德，
So you have to
你得
do
把这些
more
亡灵超
good
度，
merit to
知
help
道吗？
the spirit.
再比喻说的话，你们家住的这个房子整个起火了，但你们家
For
那放
instance,
一
for
箱
example,
矿泉
your
水
house may be on fire.
东边火苗
and you
冒出来
put
东边倒一倒，西边
a
火苗
few
冒出来西边
mirror
倒一倒
water.
请问能扑灭
So
这
if
个
the
大火
fire
吗？
comes from the
请
east
记住，外
and
面
then
整
you
个
put
房子
mirror
着火了，
water
扑不
over
灭，
it
早晚
and
你还
it
被
comes
烧
from the
死。
west, you put mirror water, do you
对
think
不
it
对？
can help you in the
哎
long
所以
run?
你要
No, it
能够在
doesn't.
外面有大的
So
救
you
援
need
队是吧？
A
才
big
能把火
force
扑
from
灭。
outside to help you get rid of
对
the
于人来
fire
说，这个罪业
in
呢
the
就是
house.
要靠
So
去赎罪。
likewise, your
赎罪和功
sin,
德
your karma,
才
bad
能行。
karma, you have to
哎，所以有的
do
时候你
more.
要像塑佛金身
So
啊，
like
建道
building
场，
the
比如说我们有
golden
这个实力的
Buddha
话，你
statue
才可能去解这个
or
怨
build
气，
a
否则
Dharma
就解不了。
center, all these
所以
big
历史上有很多
things
知名
may
的
be
道
able to
场，
help you.
从古代的时候梁武帝时期，
Like even
说
in
他
the
带头自己
older
从皇帝
generation,
自己先发心，
the
说
king
他整个皇宫要求所有的
Liang Wuti,
这
he
个
wants
皇宫人员、
he
嫔
gets
妃呀、太监呐
everybody
都吃素，
in the
省下银
palace
子来之后
to
呢，修佛庙，
eat
做功
vegetable,
德。
to be
所以
vegetarian,
一位
and the
大法
money
师就说：“你
collected,
这
the
个
money
前世
saved,
哈，
he used
有
to build
哪些杀人的罪
temple
过？他在当世也杀过不少人。
because he also killed a lot of people
那你
at
有
his
这么多的
time.
罪过，
So
你
he
要
has
当
a
这个
lot
皇
of
帝也
bad
不好当，
karma.
多少灾
It's
难
not
会降
easy
临。
for him to be an emperor. A lot
那
of
怎么办？梁武帝
bad things will happen to
多做
him.
功德吧。所以整个皇宫的人都开始
So he
吃素
heard that and he said we have to do more good deeds. So everybody become vegetarian in the
那个时候
palace
做衣服的
and
能
they
力
cannot
比现在做电脑要困难多了。
they cannot
很
get
多
extra
丝织
clothes
品呐，好的麻布啊，
because to get clothes at that time is very rare. It's very rare to get the good material. So in the past, not everybody have clothes to wear. In around 1,700 years ago, in Malaysia, everybody just hang leaves on their body, different part of their bodies.
对吧？树叶太大，还挡着风也不凉快。可为了凉快，树叶还得变小。
So it's very rare to have clothes,
所以那个真正的
cloth.
衣服那是都很少的。
So it's very
对吧？
rare
那
at that
皇家的
time.
人家还要衣服都要减少，这为了做这份功德。
So in order to build the good merit, the emperor family also have to use very
非常
little
可行的一个方法哈。
clothes.
哎，所以我们这一位他叫东英。
So
哈
for Dong
这个
Ying,
问题大概我
for your
觉得出路
problem,
就在这里。
I find that that could be the
发大心
problem.
做大功德。
You have to do more good merits, because I don't know when you are able to help you get rid of this problem.
我会静下来看一看，你这个罪过到底有多大。
Of course, after my lesson, I will look at this. I help you take a look at this issue.
一样，你看刚才像如醒师兄那种的哈，
对
咱们素昧平时就是没有
对
太多的人家的
Yeah, it's different. Like the previous Lu Xian Sixiong, yeah, he just won the house because it's cheap. They don't have any
没什么
bad
恩怨，
对，
是不是啊？
grudges.
说了一句话就把人吓跑
So
了。
he just says one word and then the man
这小孩说
disappear.
我哥是谁？就有这种感觉。哎，对，把一般欺负他小孩吓跑了就。哎，但是如醒还是要超度人家，你别那么
So
狠
if
巴
you
巴的
want
说
to,
拿着师傅来当挡箭牌哈。
so for
对
you have to help
所以这种
people.
心态是不对的，但是这种信心是对的啊。
对，所以每个人这个招的邪气的这个不一样，所以
对
哎，东映师姐的
So everybody have different experiences in their
我看我们很多
past.
网友哈，我们很
So
多
the
网友在讲
energy
他的那
that
个
comes to them are
因为他写
different
字儿
too.
临时写都很快嘛哈，简短的读几个哈，真是挺好的。
So let's look at what our online friends have to say.
哎，对，我们刚才先给东英
Yeah, let's give Dong Ying a present.
送给东英，再来一颗，
再来一颗，
再来一颗
2颗，
Give her another
八宝灵珠，再送你一个
8 auspicious
铜
treasure
制的
beads
金刚杵，
and a copper Vajra pestle
保佑你
to
如意吉
protect you
祥
to be auspicious,
消除一切邪气，
get rid of your evil energy,
消除一切怨恨，
get rid of all the hatred,
一切邪恶邪气，请回避。
may all evil energy please go back.
好，这个送给东英啊。
This is for her.
师傅，
好，
好，那师傅也给分享我们网友现在写的哈，这个
Okay, Master, let me share what our online friends
师
say.
傅好，我是来自
Ning
新加
Gang,
坡
he
的
said, Hi,
宁
Master,
港
I'm from
大
Singapore.
约是
3 years
2019
ago,
家族因为家里诸事不顺，
my
堂哥堂弟
family,
的
everything
生
was not very
活接
smooth.
连亏损。
My
原来一
cousin's
个兴旺的家族
business
渐渐地
was
败落
having
下来
loss. Our family
亲人
business
们
used to be
也
very
经常
good,
吵
but
架
it
吵得
comes
家里
down,
鸡犬不宁
and everybody
家
was
里
arguing in the
丈因为
family.
祭祖的时间无法配合
And we
而
also
大吵
couldn't
特吵
come
吵
to
了
a
好多
resolution
年
on
后
when
大
to
家
go
决定
to
将
pray for
婆
our
婆的遗
ancestors.
骨挖出来
So finally, we
摆放
decided
到
to
佛堂
dig
方
out
便大家祭祖。婆婆往生已经
our
30多年了
grandmother's
哪知道开棺的
bones
时候
and put it in the temple
非
to
常
pray.
惊奇地发
So
现婆婆的遗体并
when
没有腐烂
when we
还如
open up,
生前一般
the
栩栩如生
we realized
家
that
人赶
the
紧把婆婆
grandmother's
送去火
body
化
doesn't
近年来家族也比较
decay.
少争吵
So we
少
went
吵架
to
在2年前
burn
我
it
曾梦到过婆婆
and pray. So we realized that the house, the family doesn't fight as much, doesn't argue as much. So I had a dream of my grandmother and wanted to see her clearly in the dream, but she just turned around and left.
可是
My
婆婆往生这么久
grandmother
我一
used to
直
love
都没
me
有梦
when
见
I
过
was
婆婆
young, but after she
婆
passed
婆
on,
就
I've
像
never
生
dreamt
前
of
一
her.
样样子也
So
是
she
美美
looks
的
so
仿佛在
beautiful in
告
my
诉我她
dream.
还在
Like she's telling me that she's still
知
around.
道指引弟
Master,
子
please guide me.
他说的不是，他毕竟写的那个简洁哈，不是特别的清晰，就是他
She
们家
doesn't
族
write very careful, very
近些年
detailed.
来这个
Like
诸
this
事不顺
few
一
years,
个
the
兴旺的家族就
family
败落下来
is not very
生
smooth.
意也不好
The
亲人
business
也
wasn't
经常
good,
吵嘴
and relatives
那
were
后
like
来呢
arguing
就是要
among
重新
themselves.
安置婆婆的这个
So
这个
after
方便
they
大家祭祖那么
they
呢
relocate
婆
their
婆已经往生
grandmother
30多年
so
了
that everybody can come and
就是说
pray.
婆婆的遗体
The grandmother already passed on for 3-4 years, but they realized that her body doesn't decay. And these few years, they realized that the whole family is better. They don't argue so much. And 2 years ago, she dreamt of her grandmother. And at the corridor, the grandmother just looked at her and she wants to see carefully. Grandmother just turned around and went off. But the grandmother still looked very nice as when she was living. Why is that so? I feel that the grandmother is very auspicious and reincarnated to become a human. She could also be in Malaysia or Singapore in a very rich family. And her current body is full of riches. So as children, Ninggang, you all should chant more and do more good merits will do. So she also mentioned that there's less argument in the family. In some family, they have different customs and different views on the way they look at things. So that's when conflict occurs. When there's conflict, so usually the siblings would have their own house. And it's better for your career to split out too, for your business to split out too. For example, if the father is around, all the brothers were working together in the same business. But when the father passed on, I think conflict will occur if the siblings are still working together. As long as there's a sister, as the brother is married and the sister-in-law came in, there will be conflict. Because you have your own individual family nucleus. So your daughter-in-law may think that this is my family, my house, my property. What will happen to my children? So she will need to keep the money in her own purse. So if that happens, will the two other brothers be angry? They will. So before that happens, it's good that everybody split up their property after the old father passed on. Because when everybody comes together, everybody doesn't want to work. They just want to collect money. So this kind of business structure is wrong. So it's better that they split their business among the brothers. That is better. Hello, Master. This is Jing Mimi, another online friend. She said, hello, Master. My friend's father passed on September 28. I'm very weak. I don't intend to go to the wake. I intend to go to their house to just light an incense, but on the 29th, when I light the incense in my own house, the incense broke and I didn't go to her house and ask her for her understanding. And today, I wanted to go out. Before I went out, I asked Master for protection. A while later, I think she wanted to eat the ginseng. When she used the knife to cut the ginseng, the red ginseng, but the red ginseng in a plastic bag, one part came out and hit my head, and there's a little bit of blood. I remember Master mentioned about something like that, and I didn't go out. I stay at home. So Master, does it mean anything? Please protect me and teach me. Okay, let's talk about Singapore Ninggang. Let me give him a present first. May you enjoy auspiciousness, may your wish come true, and enjoy longevity. Okay, for Jing Mimi, she mentioned two things. This is not good because she wants to go out. And when she cut the red ginseng, first, when you are going out, By cutting the red ginseng, it is
你
unauspicious.
别忘了哈，它叫人参，也叫人参，
This is
就是等于
ginseng
你切它代表是你啊，
ginseng. When you
就
cut
是
it,
要
it's
久
like
光之
you.
灾，
That means
所以
you
你
will
不
meet
能出
with
行，近1个月别出行。
anything red. Don't go out for
碰到
the
印堂，
for this month.
哎呀，这个你知道
And you
脸
hit
呐
your
脸这个
forehead.
就是哪都能
You know,
碰，
on
就是
your
脸碰的，
face,
尤其是在印堂之处的时候啊，就是
especially
说
your
近1
forehead.
年哈，你不要做任何
That means this whole year,
比如说有学业
you better
什么
don't do anything
公
related to
司
studies, business,
婚姻、投资
or
等相关的
marriage,
事情，
or
都是不吉
investment.
祥的哈。
Don't make
对
such
你来说，
decision. It's not
但是我们
auspicious
想把
for
这个
you.
吉祥先，这个不吉祥的事儿先化解掉的话，
But when
那
we
你
want
只
to
能
get
去
rid
多
of
做功
this
德。那
inauspicious
否则的话，
energy, you have
你
to
就
go
是
and do more good
点
deeds.
灯什么都做，也
You
许灾
got
难
to
还会找到你。
offer light and do
这
everything,
就是事实。
but
你
the
让我
problem
说一
may still
些
come to
让你
you.
听起来好听，但是
This
灾
is
难
the
还找到你
truth.
的事儿，我也不能说呀，我只能说实话。
This is the truth. I can only tell you the truth. You may
只
not
能
like
说
to
实
hear
话，
what I
我不
say.
会说很温柔，让谁听起来
I
都很
won't
舒
tell
服。
you things that are very
但我觉
gentle
得是
and
违
something
背
you
我
like to
的
hear,
信仰的
but
啊
that's
所以
against
有话
my
我要直
belief.
说给你，
So
你
I
才能
have to
真正
tell
地
you
避开灾
the
难
truth so that you
才
can
能得到
avoid
如意吉祥。
calamities
碰到
and
印
enjoy
堂
auspiciousness.
让又出了点
When
血
it
哈，
touched
哎呀，
your
这个叫做
forehead
血
and
光
there's
之
a bit
灾
of
哈。
blood came
但
out,
愿这个血光
this
之
is
灾，
not good.
又切了这个人参，让你的希望你的人生
So your
消除
hope
真
in
正
your
的大的
life,
血光之灾。我觉得是那叫生命危机的事情，
I think that your life is
就
in
来了
critical
哈，请
danger.
你小心一点
Please
吧。
be careful.
你看能做的功德尽量去做吧。
Try to do as
生命
much
危机
good merit as you can.
感恩师傅的提醒啊。
所
Thank
以
you, Master, for
我
your
还送你
reminder.
至少2颗八宝灵珠吧。
So I'll give you 2
这个太凶险了哈。
auspicious Dharma
这
beads,
种征兆太凶险了哈。
auspicious
2颗哈，
treasure
一
bead.
红一绿哈，
Okay, a
希望
red
能帮
and a
你
green.
化
I
解
hope
一
that it
切
can
的
help
灾难与
you
忧愁哈。
get
希
rid
望
of
佛菩萨
all
保佑
your
你哈，
problem.
一切神
May
明保
Buddha
佑
and
你
Bodhisattva
消
help
除
you.
一
May
切的
all
灾
gods help you get rid of
感恩师傅。
all calamities.
好，师傅再分享一个。
好，
Okay,
来
Master,
自印尼的
let's
方
share
毅
with you
师兄
another story,
他呢是
another from
2017年得
Indonesia,
新冠
Fang
肺
Yi.
炎就是视力模糊哈。
He
他
couldn't
就是
see well a year
程度
ago.
是怎么样呢？家里是49寸的电视屏幕，
The
他
family
坐在
used
1米之内都看不
49-inch
清楚，
television,
只听
and when he
声音。
sit 1 meter
另
apart,
外呢，
he
困扰他
cannot
的是
hear
起夜的
properly.
问题啊，每天都会起夜4次。因为这几年疫情
And he
嘛
wakes
他
up
确实是没有
4
好好
times
讲
a
八
night.
卦啊，这是他也忏悔的事情。那么今年呢，他很有幸得到了师父赐
And
给
this
他的
year,
八宝灵
he
珠。
couldn't,
9月
and he's
15
very
日
lucky
他
to
收到
receive
了这
the
颗八宝灵珠
auspicious
啊，戴上
beads
1个星期
from
以后
Master.
呢，他梦
And
见
after
了
wearing
肩
it for a
膀是
week,
一个
he
1年半
dreamed
的母
of
亲。
his
母亲
mother
很
who
忧心
already
地
passed
告诉
on
他
for 1.5
师傅，
years.
我缺
The mother
钱，我
told
没
him,
法给员工
I
发
have no
薪水。
money, I
他
couldn't
在梦
pay
里
the
呢，
salary
方
for
毅师
my
兄赶紧签了一张支票给母
employees.
亲，
So she
希望母亲能够
quickly,
立
he
刻给员
quickly
工发薪水。
signed a check for the mom so that the mom can pay salary to the employees.
他每天晚
And
上
something
原来都起夜
happened.
4次嘛，现在就
She
起夜
wakes up
1
4
次
times
就
a
能睡
night.
觉了。而且呢，
And
在
from
戴
then
八
on,
宝
she only
灵
wake
珠
up
短
once
短
a
2个
night
星期之
and
内，
could sleep better.
是他的这个
And
眼
after
睛的视
wearing
力
the
啊
8
发生了
auspicious
神速的进
treasure
步。
bead,
他现在呢，
her
就在那
eyes
个
is much
电
better, her
视机荧
glaucoma
幕
is
前
better.
啊，1米呢，
And now when
不
she
像
sits
清晰
in front of the
字母都能
television
看
a
清
meter
晰了。
apart, she
过
could
了几天呢，
see
他又坐得远一
the
点，坐到
television
离3
clearly.
米远的地方。哎，眼
And
下
a
和
few
字
days
母
later,
也
she,
是一样
she
的
sat
清晰。
3 meters away
他
from the
非常地
television,
感恩师父
and
啊，然后
everything
这
is
个
still
信心
clear,
满满
and she's
的。
very
然
thankful
后
to
他也决
Master.
心要好好的带着这个八宝灵珠去走八卦，
So
要
she
继续走
wants
八
to
卦啊，然后呢，
wear
让
this
自己
bead
能量充满。感恩师
and
父。
practice energy bakwa. She hoped that her body
这个还
energy
不
can
错哈。
increase. Thank you,
对
Master.
挺神奇的，对。他做了个梦，帮了妈妈，而且最重要的是师傅的
She
八
had
宝
a
灵
dream
珠
help her
让
mom,
她的这个青光
and
眼视力
Master's
恢复了很多
auspicious
年。
bead help her
真
glaucoma.
好。那我要送给他呢，是一颗金刚杵哈，铜
I
制
will
的金
give her a copper
把
Vajna
那个样子拿过，
pestle.
我会再给她再重新拿一个哈。
Can
对
you show me?
我们
I'll give her
特
another
制的
one.
铜
This
制的
is
金刚杵
the
哈。
copper
祝
Vajna
你
prasna
如
that
意吉
we
祥
have.
啊，心想事成，
May
长
you
命百岁。
enjoy auspiciousness, enjoy
师
longevity.
傅，那师傅啊，
Thank you,
我们也有
Master.
网友哈， 他留言，他看到师傅的这
先
个，
等一下哈。
好，
等我们在今天圆满的时候呢，我还有36个抽奖，
I have
奖励
36 lucky
这个
draw,
八宝灵珠哈。
太
the
好了，
auspicious
对，所以我们
Treasure
的时间呢
Beads
会稍稍拖长一点。
so we may extend our
对
time a bit
来
longer.
请问吧。
Please
好
ask.
的。那我这儿还有一个网友的提
I have an online friend who asked Master.
这个网友是叫单师兄吧。
She's
他
called
说师傅
Shan
好，
师兄。
前2天晚上
Say
睡觉
Master.
的时候醒了，然后就睡不着了。
A
感
few
觉
days
有一股
ago, I
很
woke
强
up
的
and I
力
couldn't
量在
sleep
拉着，
anymore. I
我
felt
禁
that
不
there's
住
a
就
strong
哭了，
energy
流
holding
了
me,
很多的
and I
眼泪和
cried.
鼻涕，不知道这是为什么。
I don't know
想起
why, Master,
就是他睡到半夜，
that
突
he
然
slept in the
醒
middle
了
of the
睡不着，
night
然后觉得
and
有一种
woke
力
up.
量好像在
I
拉
felt
着
that
他，
an energy
然
is
后他
pulling
就
him.
就想哭，就不停的哭，
And he
一把鼻涕一把泪，哭了，
keep
莫名
crying.
其妙的哭了一鼻子，然后
不吉祥，这个。
哦，
对，这个就是
It
邪
is
气，
inauspicious.
邪气怨气。这个不吉祥啊。
This is
那我
unlucky.
还是给你一颗八宝灵珠。
好，
对，这个麻烦哈。
I'll give you a treasure bead.
这个叫啥？
单师兄，
单师兄哈。好，这单师兄，你这个梦真的不太好哈，这感觉不好哈。啊，
It's
好，
it's
希望
not
你能够
auspicious.
如意吉祥。
收到，
May you
幸福快
enjoy
乐
good luck,
收到，
be happy
健康长寿
and
收到。
healthy
师
and
傅
auspicious.
师傅，我们眼尖的网友也有看到今天师傅这个法桌上摆的，这个菩萨像啊，还是什么，大家不是很认得啊。
Master,
尤其是这种
our
正
online
面
friends
像
say
的
that you
大家
have
知道
a
的
lot
一定
of
是有
Buddha
这个驱邪
statue,
的效
a
果
lot
的
of some
想
very
请师傅简单的介绍一下。
angry statue, and a lot of online friends doesn't know the meaning behind them. Can Master
小
share?
小的哈。这个
Let's start from a small one.
拿过来。
Bring it over.
这个样子呢，我们很少见到这个样子。
We don't see this
所以呢
often.
这个它是藏地的啊，就是西藏的当地的
It be
佛
is
教
from
信仰
the
之中的一个
Tibetan
特殊造型啊。这个呢，它叫能识空行金刚，能识空行金
able
刚。
to eat
凡是一个空行这个
emptiness
词，在西藏的这个佛教之中呢，它首先是女性的。
哦，叫
in Tibetan. This is similar to the female.
反正所以在这个相之中有空行这个字，就是代表是女性的哈。
When there's
通常空
Kong
行
it represents
总是其实与
female.
佛菩萨有关系，是这样啊。对，它又是
So it's
能
related
识
to Buddha and
就是很能吃的
Bodhisattva.
意
It's
思
able to
就
eat.
叫特别能吃啊。
It's able to eat.
对，
要张个大嘴。
它首先呢是吃掉你所有的痛苦与
It's
灾
able
难
to eat all your
为了
trouble
让众生得到
and
净化
worries,
哇，
能
so that all
吞掉你
sentient
的所有
beings
这贪嗔痴慢疑的这些
can be
让你
pure.
不能觉悟的
So
这样的
eat
内
away
在的
your
烦
greed,
恼之源，
your anger,
哎
your
对
hatred,
这才是离苦得乐的根
so
本
that you
啊
can
对，还有呢，就吃掉你过
get
去
rid
的
of
一切业
suffering
力，你
and
所做
eat
的
your
坏事
past
业障等等的啊，吃掉你所有的烦恼，
your
大概是这个意
problems,
思
your bad karma.
很吉祥吧？
This is very
对
auspicious.
对，这个它还正是与这个什么相关呢？我想想，那个叫做
The bronze figure of a
金
deity.
刚萨多、
It's also related to
金刚手菩萨相关，应该说是
the diamond
我只能说
statue.
哈，要么它是本身是一体的，要么是说它就是类似的佛菩萨的一个像。
好像他的那个手里
对
拿的法器，好像是跟金刚总持、金刚萨多都
对
So the
对，就大概
Dharma
是这个样子。
treasure that's
这一尊
holding
呢
is
哈
quite
这是
similar
很
to
精美
one
的
that
这个是
Jinggang
清代
Sato is holding
啊
on
清
to.
代中晚期的，它这个样子是我第
This
一
is
次
from
见
the
到
later part of the
这么
Qing
活灵活现的一
dynasty,
个样子，
很生动。
非常的生动。
and it looks so
像这
real.
么小哈，
real
这个
life.
在拍卖会上
Although
都
it's
是
so
贵死了
small,
的
it's very
卖几十万美金
expensive
就是这么
in a
贵
beading
啊
center.
对，它是所以给大家带来的吉祥是什么呢？ 就是你镇宅
So the
呀
auspiciousness that it brings you,
立命
it will
啊
help protect the
随
ground
身护佑已经很奢侈
and
了，
protect
不
you.
得了
因为
了，这是。
我看它小嘛，就
对
是走哪儿
包括你做
Although
生意
it
聚
looks small,
财呀，
even when you are in a
哦
business and you
如果把
want
它
to
放在
collect
底
your
下，如果
wealth
是一个聚宝盆啊，放在这个口上头，
哦，当盖儿，当
对
上面，哦，
you
不要当
can
盖儿哈，盖在上头。
盖
you
在
just
上
put
面
it
对，
above
那这样的
your
话呢，
treasure
你家里聚
vase,
财聚宝的
so it
话，
helps you
那是
to
太难得了，
increase your
太难得了。
哦，
因为这个是老的，
fortune.
只有为此一尊啊。
This is a
很
very
难
old
碰到
piece, so there's
很
only
难碰到
one.
对对对，
It
我
could
看
cost
到若干
hundreds of
尊了，
thousands
但
of
是不
dollars
多，它和佛像比这个
in
太
a
少。
beading
我
center.
们都第一
I
次
saw a
见
few,
对
but not
对
many of them.
哎，就是这样哈，很小，你看在我
So
手
it's
里，
very
像
small.
拿着一颗像个大核桃那么的一个
活灵活现，
尺寸，哎，活灵活现的哈。
感恩师傅，
对
加持力巨大。
对，所以这个是很少见到的哈。
真的，
这个我可以这么
So
说，
this is
在
very
国外
rare.
的大拍卖会上，这个卖几十万块钱美金是太平常的事情，很难得，很难得的。
In overseas, this
对，
is very
像我
normal
会
to
请
see
到
this
它的时候，
costing hundreds
是
of
因为它的
thousands of
罕见
US dollar
啊，稀有
in overseas
难
bidding
得
center.
所以我碰到
I
真的
got it
合
because
适
I think it's
手
very
里头也能
rare.
凑那个钱，我就会请来。有时候我给大家销售的这个钱数，有时候其实是
Sometimes
低于
the
我请
amount
的时候的价。
of the
就
price
是
of
往
this
往就是
is
想到
lower
我请的
than
贵，
what
但是大
I
家有
used
时
to
候看到
invite it in.
这东西又喜欢，我就
Sometimes
希
I
望
invite
他
it at
能
a
够
high
结缘，能
price,
护佑
but
一
I
些
hope that
真正特别需
it
要的
can
人
help
的时候，
people, some
常常
people
是
who
这样
really need it.
也常
So
常
I bring
是
it in.
平价
对，
啊，平价
So
转
it's
让给你。
usually either the
也
same
有
price
我少
or
赚一点
there are
钱，
some where I
啊
make
拿来钱来
losses.
去修道场利益众生
继续
哈，
弘扬佛法，
是这样子
教
的
I。use the
所以大家
money
讲
to
得很
build
直白哈
centers
对，
to
像
help
这
more
一尊
sentient
我
beings.
给大家结缘价钱就是低于了我请到的价钱。
Like for this particular
对，
figure, the price that I give you is lower than the price that I invited it.
那师傅这个稍微大一点的这一尊呢？
Master, what about the bigger one?
这是非常著名的了哈，非常著名的。
This
这
is a
是
very
清中
popular.
期左右的像哈，清中期的，能递给我。
This is a Gilt-Bronze figure of Tara.
好，大家看哈，这一尊清代中期左右，
This is
现在
a
至少200年以上吧。
Qing, Middle
Eh,
Qing dynasty. It's
这个是
about 200
铜鎏
years
金
old.
金刚铜鎏金，这个叫
It's a
金刚
Gilt-Bronze
亥母
figure
啊
of
金刚亥
Tara.
母啊，对，它是应该说是西藏4大教派当中啊，大家共同供奉
It is a
恭敬的
common,
所有一切
commonly
这个
worshipped
度母
in the four
哇，
sect
所
in
有一切
Tibet.
度母之母
So
啊，
it's
是
the
这样的一种
mother of all
这样
Tara.
的一种高度的身份地位。
哦，真的，
对对对，
It's
所
very
以
high
大家像我们经常
status.
提到的什么弥勒日巴呀、马尔巴
Like
呀
you
等等
heard
的
about Mirapa,
都会
Marpa.
恭敬、
They
恭
will
敬
respect
礼敬
and
金刚
pray
亥母为他们的本尊
哦，还要修
to the
法
figure
对
of
这是这个
Tara.
法啊，这密法当中的一个部分。对，什么修
In
什
their
么
Tantra teaching, learning.
什么着火定啊，
平气
保平气等等的哈，那个是叫大家一般查不到，叫纳诺六法当中的一些秘法。
This is
它
some
是
of
实
the
修派
secret
的其中一个
teachings
方法，
that
是
they
过去我修
used
过
to learn.
啊，但是那个时候我得不到这一尊像啊，太宝贵了。
At that time, I also
很
learned
难
it, but I
抢到
didn't have
因为
this
谁供奉的
statue
谁就
because
不
it's
会
so.
为了赚这一点钱来
It's
出让
very
他们那是
precious.
很少的。
Anybody
就
who
是
have
商人
this
为做为利
precious
益就卖
precious
了哈
treasure,
但是供
they
奉者不
usually
会去把它
do
卖
not
掉
sell it
啊
off.
我只要信奉它，就你们家供的神像、菩萨像，你不会
If
为了
I
赚钱把它卖掉
believe in it,
啊
like your
对，是这样的，
your
很宝
Buddha
贵的
statue at
啊
home, if
对
you believe it and you worship it,
所以这
you
一切的
usually will
供
not
奉者
sell
来
it
说
off.
的话呢，在这种密法本尊之中哈，这个是非常非常的重要的哈，
So
这
this
个威
is
力强大的啊，对
this is
这样一位
very
应该只
precious,
能说是神灵
strong
菩萨
power.
哎，对， 那笼统来说，你需
Generally
要就是提升修行境界的，
if you need to
那
increase
你就要
your
供奉它。还
practice,
有呢，
you
你希
can
望
pray
你
to
的
it.
家族事业昌盛的，你也
If
要
you
供
want
奉
your
它。
family business
对，这修
to
法修不上去也得供。
prosper, you
对，
can
你要事
worship
业
it
祥
too.
和昌盛，
Or when
还
you
让你的
practice
子孙
Dharma
能
to
够
the
昌
level that
盛，
you cannot
也
go
要去
higher,
供
you
奉。
can pray to it,
如果
worship it.
家庭不太平安，如果能
Or if
供
your
奉它，
family is
那
not
你
so
就是有大
peaceful,
福气了。
you're very fortunate to be
对，
able to
就是给大家透的底就是这样，
pray to
难
it.
能可贵哈。我现在手里这样托着它的时候，
When
我
I'm
的
holding
左
on
手
to it
这
like
都是
that,
麻的。对
my left arm
对，
is
我的
numb.
这样托着它，那个其实我心里头很感动，
I feel
对，有
very
一种
touched when I hold
让
on
你
to
有
it
点
like that.
不是不安，而是感
You
动
don't
的那种
feel
状
uneasy,
态，
but you
就
feel
是它
so
的这种
touched.
能量哈。所以这个火焰在这里做，像我的手掌那么大，但是这个火焰有多大呢？可能有10
The
亿个太
fire
阳
that
那
you
么
can see, the ring of
大，有一
fire,
个
is
强大
as
的
big
加
as
持力
my
在那里
arm,
头
but
啊，
in actual
就是让
fact,
你比如说
it
我
is
很笨，
as
我
large
做
as
生意不
10
行，
sun. It's
你
very
供奉
big.
它，你会突然
Like
间
you
智
say
慧
that I'm
打
very
开，
stupid,
出手
I
就
cannot
灵。
do my business
如果
well,
你修法的话呢，说我还很笨，我功德不够，
but you
你
can
供奉
offer
它，
it,
你觉得
and your
可能就
wisdom
立
will
刻就能
open.
开悟。你开不开悟我不知道，但是带给我的启示是
This
这个
is
样子
the
的啊。
inspiration that I
对，
got
在
from
密
it.
法之中，就是有自己修的一部分。密法之秘就在于说，
The
还有一些方
in
法
the
呢，
secret
是
Dharma,
通过你所供奉的上师，还有
other than
供奉的你
practice,
的
it
本
also
尊神
depends
像，
on who is
他
your
来加
master
持你，带着你
and
渡过去，
the
带
statue
着
that
你去走
you
向觉悟，带
you
着你
pray
获得
to
这
that
样
will
的成
help
就。
you go
这就是密
beyond.
法之秘啊，对，
感恩师父。
非常难能可贵。
This is a very rare treasure.
说呢，我也给网友们也透露一个好消息啊。那今天师傅介绍的这2尊，还有更多的宝贝呢，在我们的台湾慈悲音的网
Let
站
me
上有一个专区，叫大马宝贝
Let me
专区。
share a good news to you.
所有的网
So
友哈
all
您
this
在
that you
这个
see
专
in
区里面
Taiwan
的
慈
任何
悲
的宝贝都是免运费的。
any
哇，那是先到先得
any
呀
treasure that you
这个好
got from
消息
Taiwan 慈悲 will
感
be
恩师父
free shipping
现
for
在这个
you
运费越来越贵哈。
because the
是的呀
shipping
对，
cost
这
is
个
now
运
more and
输
more
也是
expensive.
不太好做了。对，所以减运费已经减的很多了。
感恩师父慈悲。
好，那这个我们接下来呢，我们接下来来现场抽奖。
好啊，
Okay,
好
let's
吧。
have our lucky draw
36 位
now.
哈，
好
所
We have
有的获得者哈，
36.
除了有其他礼物之外，每个人都会获得1颗8宝灵珠。
哇
啊
哦，太期待了，期待期待。
师傅，那我们先
So
先
Master,
抽中文平台，大家赶快赢
let's start
哦
with the Chinese
中文平
channel.
台哈，中文平台，你写不写字、留不留言都没关系，只要能看到你的名字，说不定被抽到哈。我们是非常公平的，啊，不会有计划的哈，因为它停在哪，比如说你喊了停，屏
We are
幕不一
very
定刚好
fair.
停得住
So if we say stop,
你
the
是不是
screen
在
may not
前
stop
后
on
这个
time.
So
So
获
whichever
奖的这个前3名之中，都是不可预计的
Whichever
哈。
in
那
front
么你抽到就是有
is not
福气。
predictable. It's your luck if you got it.
那咱们就开始了哈。
Okay, let's
好
begin.
喽，准备开始喽。
2、3，咔嚓！
哎，在哪里呀？那个拍照的地方在哪里？找出来，找出来。哦，在这儿，哦，看到了，才看到。
好，我们再来。
这个不算哈，这个不算。我们刚才做了个实验哈。
Okay, this is not counted. It was an experiment.
照片。
Let's begin.
好，
大家要努力哦。
来喽，
Try harder, everyone.
3
1, 2, 3.
咔嚓。放在这儿太暗了，我看不到。哦。
好
我把这个拍照这个放到这儿来。好了，这次哎，看到又跑了。
我们看看
哦，
谁
在这儿
是幸运。
刚才
Let's
拍照
see
了
who are the lucky winners.
写字的那个呢？这个吗？
激动人心的时刻要到了，
留言还有机会哦，赶紧留言哦。
赶紧移民哦。
来，去调一下，把这个调出来。
哎，那师傅，我还有个问题。
拍照画标识那个都没调出来哈。你说。
哎，就是我们网友还有问说，师傅
Master, our online friends say that
啊，对呀，就是。
there's a pen holder.
太宝了。
太宝贵了呀。
Master say this is a treasure. I cannot talk about it.
都想让自己的孩
Because
子。
everybody wants their children to do well in school.
这都是叫，这是首先它的。
When you zoom in, you can see that the material is bamboo.
老竹根。
It's an old bamboo root.
这个竹根的厚度哈。
And you can see that the thickness
12毫米左右。
is about
竹根的厚度。
12 millimeter.
至少有12毫米。那么它的雕刻啊，这个是叫清朝康熙时期的那种非常深的，并且是很粗犷大线条的雕刻。
You can see that the carving is very rough. It's during the Kangxi period. It's very strong.
这个图上非常复杂，一共有10个人物。
是啊。
有10个人物在里头，10个人物。
There are 10 people on there. And that's boat.
对着船站着的是一位像官员又像读书
And
人。
you can see that those who are standing
那么
facing the boat,
顺着这个
they look
船
like they are
有瀑布
minister
有
or
松
scholars.
树有大礁石
And there's
往里走。
pine
你
tree,
看船
there's
上有这个
waterfall,
船夫。
stones.
再接下来看到什
On a
么？
boat, there's a boatman.
还有。
这船上有人哈。
对。
You
这
see
船
people
上
on
有
the
母子
boat.
2个人。
哦。
It's a
有一位妈妈
mother
拿这个吹火筒
who
在
is
吹。
blowing,
做饭。
后头他的后背
making
这个位置
rice.
有个小圆。
And
小圆
behind
点
is a round
是
dot.
他的背后的小孩儿。
There's a child, the head of the child on her
是这
back.
样的，正在做饭，吹这个
She's
有个炉
making
子
food.
看了吗？
You can see that she's blowing into the fire.
再往里走，
And when I move further,
那个船桨在那个水里头，在我现场拿着看的时候，那个水纹
can see that the
水波纹这么
water,
打着圈的，转着圈的圆
the
圈
water
水波纹，对，
are in rounds, the waves are in rounds, and there's pine tree,
哎，
and there's
底
big
下有2个人吧，是
stones,
拿着锄头，
and there are 2 people carrying
农夫，
how
看到哈
they are
农
farmers,
夫的
2
再往上
farmers.
这个山边上呢，
And on top of
上
them,
头你看有牧童
you can
骑
see
在老牛背上头，
a little
放牛
boy
的小牧童，看到了吗？
sitting on top of a cow.
看不清楚吗？看到了哈，这个上头有牧童，这是个老牛，
There's a
对，你看
cow.
多美。
They're so beautiful.
有啊，一共10个人呢。
There are 10
那这2
people,
棵古松树，啊，
2
这
pine
个代表着
trees.
繁盛，还代表着长寿，
It represents longevity,
也还代表着清高。
high status.
你看古松树下头坐着的，哎，2位聊
And
天
below
的长
of
者，
below the tree, you can see 2
哎
old
这边这一位呢还
elderly
光着膀
chit
子，
chatting.
是不是樵夫啊？
可能是樵夫，后面有一些劈柴，
哦，渔樵耕读啊，是不是？
渔樵耕读，
哦，
可能有
There。are some
这是我们
fishermen.
美好的人生的一个写照。
对
This represents our good life.
背着很多行李的童子，手里还拿个大扇子，
And there's a boy carrying
所以整
some
个画面
luggage
之中人物就有
with a
10
big
位。
fan. So there are 10
10
characters
这代表
inside.
着什么呢？
What does it mean?
十全十美。
Perfect 10.
那这个整个这个图案上头，这个画，这幅画上头没有具体的名字。那我猜
There's
想
no
哈
specific name on this
这是
painting.
陶渊明写的那个
桃花源记，
桃花源。
桃花源的这个
桃花源没
美
桃花
好的，生活。
这是什么呢？桃花
I
源
think this
就
is
好
like
像说
the
走着
peach
走着
garden from Tao Yuanming.
走
But
着
there's
走
no
着
peach
进入了
flowers
另外
here.
一个时
So it's
空
like when he
才
walked
发
in,
现原来
he
美
went
好的
into
人生是这样
another
子的，有
another
水
space and he
有渔
realized that
船
this is a
就代
beautiful
表着
life.
有鱼
There's water, there's
有
fishing
鱼
boat,
有
that means
财
there's
富
fish, there's
有
wealth.
水才能使田地
When there's
就
water,
是
that means
灌
that you
溉
can
就
irrigate the
能够有
land
美好的生活
and you
了
can have a
就
great
能丰
life.
收
You can have good harvest.
对鱼米之乡。那么 他还有讲的像这个，哎，坐在这儿，上头有柴火在后面呢，叫薪
And
火
when he
相
sit
传。
here, there
什
is
么叫薪火相传？
firewood behind him.
对
That
呀，
means that's
是有后
the
代。
descendants.
所以在
That's
前面这
descendants.
位在船上的这位女士
And
呢，
on the boat, you can see that this
这个孩子
lady carrying a
就是
child.
后代
That means the
啊。你
descendant
看在吹火，吹
and
火，然后
burning
兴
at the
旺
fire.
兴旺，
That means
对，对。
the
站在船上
descendants will be
摇船
lucky,
的这位是她
will
丈夫，
enjoy good
这
fortune.
是夫唱妇随的意思。
And the one who is rowing the
哎
boat is the
在船呢
husband.
代
It
表着
means
没有忧虑，
the
代
husband
表
and
幸
the
福的
wife
意思
are united
啊。
and they look very happy. There's no worries.
对，所以在这里呢，其实真正的这种田园生活哈，而且又能够得到丰收的
So over here
安
you
逸的
can
田园
see
生
that
活，
the
才
real
是每个
beautiful
人心
life,
中真正美好的一种
simple
希
life is what everybody
但
is
是又
looking
教了
forward
10个
to.
人物，
And he has
叫十
10
全十美
character.
薪火相传，五谷丰登，
So good energy. And the family, the descendants will be well.
对，是这样
And
一
they
个
have
美
plenty
好
of
的
food.
人生的一种向往。
一种境界呀。
但是呢，笔筒呢又是用来读书的，
对，
所以呢，在这个发现这个桃
But
花源的
because
这个人
the
呢，
pen
就是有
holder
书
is
生
used for
站在这儿
study. So you see a
这个
scholar
书生
here.
所以就有点像写到那个就是书中自有黄金屋
It's like in the
那样的
books,
意思。
you can
说美
s-
好
have
的人生
riches. Your
从
good,
读书开始，
your good life begins with studies.
所以我们所有的投资就不如读书。啊，读书你花了等于很少的本钱，你获得一个非常
So when you
高尚
study,
幸福、
You will
富足
have
的
a
美好人生
beautiful life.
那就是都是在书本里头。
All these are all
所以
in the
寓意着
books.
呢，让我们的孩子们
It
哈
means our
要
children
学会读书，要爱读
must
书，
love
在
to
书中
study.
能发现这个
Because
美
in
好的
books,
世界，原来
They
掌
can
握
find
在
a
你的
beautiful
手里
life, a beautiful world. They are all in their
讲
hands.
解这个笔筒充满了这种幸福感呢，哈，哎呦，心里好幸福，
When Master explained,
真的好幸福。
这个笔筒来到人世间，
it feels so
其实我自
blessed.
己对它的估计的话，已经到了明朝了。
哦，那
When I look at this, I think that it could be from the Ming
400年之前。
dynasty,
哇，
那
Could
么最
be
低谷我是说到
at
那
least
个
400 years
康熙
ago.
康熙到现在也差不多近300年。
是啊，
是这样
康熙还是盛世呢。
Or could be from the
是这样
Kangxi
的一个
dynasty, which is about
一个美
300 years
好的
ago.
而且它是全雕啊，
It's very
这个笔
beautiful.
筒
And the
笔筒上
whole,
的整个是
the
没
whole
有一个地方是空的，
thing is
它
carved.
是立体的，像3D 雕刻一
It's
样。
all very
这样的
3D,
很少这样
3-dimensional.
真的还
This is very rare.
对，很大。
It
这
is
个
big
直径应
too.
该有12-13公分，
是
这个口儿哈，直径有这么大，你看，
哇，真美。
It's
对，
about
这是很难
12
得
to
的。
13
你看看那个底是这个样子，
centimeter
那里有2个火漆，
in
火
diameter.
漆是出海关的时候，国家海关的时候给用的印啊，
There's 2 stamps
是这样，
because when you stamp it out, the
难
government
得吧？
will put the stamp on it.
对。
It's very rare
那所以
piece.
呢，我们得讲到文房四宝的时候哈，
So when
大
we
家都
talk
知道
about
这个
the treasure in the study
能够
room,
得到文房四宝
enable
这个
if you are
古
able
典的
to
文
get
房四宝的时
the
候，你
old
本身就得到了加持。
对对对，
traditional
孩子过去
study room
读书的
treasure,
就是
you
不开
receive
窍
the blessing.
你知道每个
A
人
lot of
哈
people,
他需要有
sometimes
开
their
窍的那个时间点
children are not
早开
enlightened.
窍这个孩子就早懂事。
It really affects the children because the earlier they are enlightened that they need to study, the better the kids will be. It's very worrying if the kids do not
是不是啊？
create
恐怖的是
have this
65岁才
awareness
开
of
窍
studying until they are 25 years old. They'll be way too
人生
late.
都没了，所以整个
They'll
人
be
生该犯的错
graduated.
全犯了，犯了
Or
一
maybe
辈子
someone who got it when they are
65岁再开窍有点晚了。
65 years old is a bit too late. It's way too late.
多好，他那个小孩儿小
In
的时候就不开
Singapore,
窍
we have a
然后
Dharma brother who
老师
shared
都
that
说他有这个学习困难症，
the children do not want to study, and the teachers say that
爸爸也愁，妈妈也
the
骂
child have some problem and
还
doesn't
让他看心理医
doesn't
生，
want to
就
study.
说他这
doesn't
个
even
心理有
pass.
问题。
So they asked him to send the child to see a psychiatrist,
没办法，
and the parents don't know what to do. The parents are very smart,
的，哎，
可是这个孩子把他父母折腾的
but this child
整天学校叫他父母来开家长会，
refused to study, and the school keep asking the parents to go to school
都跳了，对
for
可是呢，
for meet the parent session.
修了师傅的法， 然后也是请了这个
So it's later when they come.
给儿子
啊，
啊。过了几年，哇，刮目相看，这孩子现在
Later when they learn from master
还
and they
参加我们的
invited
青年营
a big pen holder,
当时
the
送来
son
的时候
become
他父母
very
亲就
hardworking.
觉得没有希望，只是试试看吧，实在没地
They
方
even
治
joined our youth camp. When they came, the parents thought that
当时跟我说
there's
的
no
时候我
hope
也有压
for
力
the child.
就是
I was
一方面是
pressurized when
好
they
几种
told me
病
the
的
same thing too, because the
精神
parents
类的
told them
病
that the child may have some mental
前几天
or psychology problem.
他父亲告诉我，
But next few days
全
when we
校
met,
考了第3
the
名
father told me that he's third in his school.
人的，我们也看到了那个孩子本人哈，朝气蓬勃。
And they see the child himself. He looks so good and full of
个性又
confidence.
好会各
He has
种
good
球类
character
是吧？
and know all kind of
哎
sports.
呀，那爸爸一弹起来，骄傲的不得了。
And when the father speak about the
所
son,
以你想不
he's so
到，
proud.
他就说怎么改变会这么大啊？
And he
爸爸也
couldn't,
感慨
the father is also
我们都认
surprised
识
that
10多年了嘛，
he could be so good in his
去
work.
上课要学亲子教育，
啊
受罪了。
对，就差点动律师了。
They have went through a lot of different methods,
所以有很多这样的
but
改
wasn't
变啊
able
这
to
就
help
有
the
点不
son.
可思议
So
对，
when the son was changed,
他那个真实故事，他也跟大家分
when we
享。
study hard, then they realized that it's so amazing.
都来要说师傅还有笔筒吗？师傅还有笔筒吗？
家里的孩子请笔筒。
Then the Singapore
对，把我积压的
disciples all come and ask Master whether we have any
不
more
是积压存
pen
放
holder.
师傅珍藏的，还有
So they are looking for Master's
用过的笔筒呢。哇
pen
这
holder.
个也是哈。
Those that Master have used before,
这么
those that
好
Master
的
have
手的
kept.
用我只能藏着它。哎，对我用的都是
I
相对
like
比
to
较新的
keep
比较
them.
结
I
实
use the newer
哎
ones,
对，
the more sturdy
是这样。
ones.
所以像这个笔筒雕刻这么好的哈，
So
从
for
雕刻
this
角度来
pen
说雕刻
holder,
这么好的也不多。
the carvings are really good and it's
它是
very
镂空的
rare.
啊，对，
感恩师傅介绍。
嗯。
好
Thank you, Master, for sharing.
大家也等着。
Okay,
我说
Master,
我
let's
说这说镂空哈
continue.
你就得拿个纸条塞进来就知道了。像这些树枝都是空的，我拿个纸塞过去，你能
拿个
看得见。
白纸能看到里边的。
You can see that all this
要不然它雕刻有
are
多难
true
啊
holes. You'll know that how difficult the carving is.
啊，剪个纸条啊。
I will have a piece of paper.
现在纸是贵了哈，纸贵了，你不至于撕这么一点纸啊。
对呀，
你看，来看看，
You can see that these are true holes.
这个纸是能塞过去的啊，这里也是，这里能塞过。但这个纸条太宽了吧，朋友，这成了面片儿了哈。啊，你看这是这样子的，看了吧？因为它有点太直了哈，它这都是镂空的哈，这里也是镂
It's
空
all
的。
carved in, so it's
对
very
你看
precious.
这里也是镂空的。
怪不得这么精美的保存了300-400
对
年，还
这个
这么好
牛这里也是镂空的，
And the cow, the
这个
ox
太
side
宽
too.
了。你看了吧？
看到
牛这里
看到
是镂空的哈。
看到。
所以这种技艺很难，但是呢，保存的特别好哈。
These are very, very difficult to build, and yet it has been kept
看了吧？
so well
真的看到都
看了
for
哈
so long. You can see that's true.
但是这么多年它并没坏掉。
But for so many years,
所以
it's
呢，
not
你想
spoiled.
过去这个大户
So
人
can you
是多么爱
imagine how
并且
this
把孩子
family
调
have
教得
loved
很
this
好
so
没拿
well?
锤子给它砸坏一块。
And they probably teach their son very well so that they don't break this
笔
up.
筒的话，就是它新的时候，大家是多么看重它。
When it was new, everybody loved it
还有这么好的雕
and
刻
take
的
good
话，
care of it.
在当代的话，
With
是
such
最
great
好的
carving,
竹雕大师雕刻，
it's probably done by one of the best
非常好哎。
bamboo
你看他雕的这个大松树哈，那种笔
artist.
挺有力哈。
You can see that the pine
真
tree
的是
is
这个
so
我还是懂得一点
strong
艺术欣赏的
and
所以
powerful,
才给大家介
so
绍你看
nice and
你看多
strong,
美这个
straight.
真美。
对，
It's
而且这个
beautiful.
竹子颜色已经用成这样子了。
And the
红褐
color
色
of the
出来
bamboo has
这么
already
放的
been
光
used to its
那个做假的人他
reddish
是
brown,
只是有雕刻也没这么好哈，它是黑乎乎的
and
染
it's
了色
shiny.
它不会放光。真的每个地方
You see that
你用布
a
稍
lot
稍一
of
擦，
part
你看都是放的油
is
光瓦
shiny
亮的，
宝光，
这才是真正的老竹雕的笔筒，它是这样的。看连人身上都是放光，
真是
Even the
知道了哈
body
不能多
of
讲
the
了，笔
old
筒
man
讲太
is
久了
shiny.
哈
太美了。
嗯真的太美了。
抽奖了是吗？
It's
好
beautiful.
抽奖都忘了抽奖了，你看，
网友们都等着呢。
哎，这一划了也是。对，这又就是回到了我们刚才
Okay, let's
抽的
come back to our
第一
lucky
版哈
draw.
抽的第一版啊。好，第一位获奖者，这个是钱嘛？ 有意哈，好有意。第2位是杜贝，第3位叫安娜6，安娜6，这里有3位哈。好，
The 3 of them.
好嘞
Congratulations.
在这儿保存。好，又回到现在来了哈。
Okay, now we are back to, we're ready for next 1, 2, 3.
咔嚓，
看看谁是幸运的获奖者。
好，金 DH， 第1位 DH， 你不知道怎么写，我们能读出来，你认真认出自己来就行哈。但是这里他写了个中文名，徐乐轩，徐乐轩。第3位夫慧令。好，这3位哈，已经6位了哈，还有30位哈，要保存。
These are 6 already.
保存一下。再来一版。
好，1、2、3，咔嚓。
哦，来喽。Cleo， 丽，
对，
金美松，还有蔚蓝天空。好，这有3位哈。再来哈。
继续，1、
继续。
2、3，咔嚓。
第1位小飞象，
好可爱的名字。
第2位长兴布施，好。第3位是宋钱。来，师傅抽我，好，真是抽到了哈。还在这再抽一版吧。
好。
Okay, let's one more. Let's take one more.
来，1、2、3。好的。
现在正留言的沾光了哈。这个有点难读哈。这个它可能是缅甸的哈。润，这叫润吧？这个润，不管在哪哈，奖品都会送到哈。香橙，第3位是郑圆圆。
好，恭喜。
恭喜。
15位了。
15位了。英文平台。
好，大家要移民喽。
英文平台，我再等一下大家的移民哈。
Okay, I'm going to the English channel now.
英文平台的努力了。
You can switch to the English channel.
好的，等的时候是我再问个问题。刚才讲到文房四宝。
Okay, while waiting, I want to ask Master one more question. We are talking about the treasure in the study room.
文房四宝呢，它是一个发财的宝物，它叫风水宝物中的。
风水宝物的。
对呀，你没钱还用什么算盘呢？你钱多的都算不过来，才用算盘了。对。
Is abacus counted? Abacus is for feng shui. It's for people who are very rich. If you have no money, how would you have abacus? So it's a feng shui treasure. In the past, there's a coin. There's a hole in the middle of the coin. So it's just like the abacus.
这个意思，来钱呢，招财进宝。对。
It's like you hold the coins together, the money is coming. But of course, the new abacus is counted too. It means that you can link up the coins together. It's a money box to keep your money.
应该至少超过25年前哈，有一个人
25 years ago, somebody got married.
我很少给人结婚送礼的哈。
I seldom give people a present on their wedding day. And he told me, someone gave me an old abacus, the long one.
是专业会计用的哈。
It's used by professional accountants. It's about 20, 30 years old. Not very old. And I took it and said, I give this abacus to you. And the husband said, why would I need abacus? And the wife said, thank you, master, and received it. And 20 years have passed. And their family is so rich now. When they got married, their parents bought them a small unit, 2-bedroom unit. And right now they're staying in in a bungalow, and they even rent out a few small apartments.
对，
So they
对
became so
就现
rich.
在我那个算盘哈，
And my
他们家
abacus,
镶了一个金色的框子，
they
放
put
在
it in
客
a
厅的那个最
golden,
中间的挂着。
they put in a golden frame
对，
and hang it at home.
是，他们是财怎么发的呢？他是
How
钱
do
来
they
找
become
他
so
们
rich? Because they say the money comes and look for
钱
them.
来了怎么着？得收下吧。
就是
So they just keep it.
哇，那钱嘚嘚嘚嘚嘚全
对
都走
对对
进来了。，
是是是，
他们也是有福气啊。
对。
They are
你更不要
really
提这
fortunate.
香炉了哈。你看这个就不能介绍，
那咱
这是
抽奖吧。
宫廷级的哈，
对，那个太高级了。
太高级了。好了，
Okay,
好了
let's
咱们
continue
抽
with
奖
our
抽奖
lucky
这
draw.
是英文平台哈，
This is the English channel.
英文平台我看见什么文字都有哈。
There are all kind of
准备
language
了哈，
from the English channel.
2、
Get
3
ready.
咔嚓看看英文平台的获奖者。
上面名字半个字儿我们就不读了哈，不算哈。
好，
绿幕啊
The half
这个
words
这是
is
啥
not
呢
counted.
啊 ，Rice Jones。第三个呢，米果云，
好，恭
好
喜。
恭喜哈。
嗯，
英文咱们再来一版吧。
好的，师傅。嗯，
好，
1、
Let's have
2
another
3
from the English channel.
哦，这有个小熊啊
哎呀，小 Teddy 呀。
啊，叫波波蜜哈，
嗯，
还有一位是吉祥如意。
哎呀，师傅，
这些师傅我，
真的是吉祥如
好
意了，恭喜。嗯，
好，不错不错。
再来一把吗？
好，来
One more.
好。师傅，我们再接着来。
接着来，准备喊了。
Okay, get ready.
2、3，咔嚓。
On Meta， On Meta 起这么时髦的名字，Meta。哎呀，龙泉法台增波，
哎呀，马来的网友。
还有个 Sinner
新儿。
啊，好，
恭喜恭喜。
恭喜，
Congratulations.
再来。
4位，好。再来
Another one.
1、2、3，咔嚓。
金有币是不是啊？金有币，
对。
李畅，妮娜，好，这三位。
恭喜。27位。
好，
Congratulations.
到韩文，
好，大家赶快。
到韩文的时候，我们稍稍
Now to
调
the
整一下
Korean
啊
side,
嗯，
Korean YouTube channel.
大家需要哈，保平安的哈，我们的菩提经书哈，就近到
Those who
各
need
禅
for
堂给我们打电
protection,
话去问哈
our
各
Bodhi
禅堂现在还有
scriptures
少
are
量的
available
这
in
个
various meditation center.
经文哈。那对你再晚了之后就
Some may
可
not
能
have a
就
lot
我们只能
left,
重印了哈。
so you
对
have to
早
go.
打电话，早去问。
The
啊
earlier you check with them, the
前两天我
better
在
it
新加坡
is.
禅堂也感觉那个气
A
场
few
特别
days
好
ago, I went to
有点
Singapore
特别高
center.
而
I
且
feel
那
that
个
it's
气
good.
场哈
The roof is
就是
very high,
真的是很
and the energy
我
is
不是
really
刻意
good.
夸奖他们，那个
I'm
感觉
not singing them praise,
对，你就在
but
那
I really
不
feel
修
good.
炼，
Even if you
我觉得都
are
能健
there
康
and you
长
didn't
寿。
practice,
哎，就你
I
的精
believe
神
that
就
you
很
will
好。
bring you good health and
我在
longevity.
那待2天，我的情绪好多了。
I feel so good after being there for 2 days.
就是不光那个大殿里边那个，
I think that it's not just the hall, even the door, the front side, the front door. It gives people a very warm feeling where people just love to come in.
我们的茶香斋那个是好吃的哈，我觉得吃了之后啊，就能长寿。
And our cha xiang
要
zai,
想长
our
寿的人，一定到新加
our
坡。
pantry,
那
I
个
feel
茶
that if you
香
eat
斋
it,
里
you will
面去
enjoy
吃
longevity. If you want to enjoy longevity, you must go to Singapore
关键
茶香斋 to eat the food.
东西的师姐哈，
and the
是一边念着
Dharma
佛念着咒
sister
来做的东
who
西。
cook the food there, they chant when cooking. So it gives them good blessing energy.
唱的。
哎，那我们马来西亚的这个
And our
茶香斋的
Malaysia
食物
茶香斋
是不是也是这么做出来的？
Is our food made the same way to chant and make at the same time? Yes, it's all the same way.
对，
They
啊
chant
都是这
when
样来
making
做的
the
饭
food.
哈
吉祥加持。
啊，你更不要
So
说
it's
那个文
auspicious
华禅堂
blessing.
哈那个我们要求
Let
大家
alone-
必须念佛念
And
咒，所有
also
的人员都是在
Vancouver
念着佛
Meditation
念着咒
Center too. Everybody have to chant when they make food.
对，
啊，到有些饭呐，有些小
Even when
点
they
心呐
make
都是这样的。
Tea or
哪
they
怕我
make
们从外
those
头买的
dessert.
一些健康食物的
Even
话
some of
都是
the
要念
healthy
佛
dessert
忏
that we
悔
make from
之后
outside.
才能给大家分享。
是的。
对，所以你就在那不修，
We
你都
also
能健康
chant.
长寿。
So even if you
你的
do not
心情啊
practice, you
就
can
觉得特
enjoy
别的愉
good
悦
health and
啊
longevity.
哎，
师傅，我还听说马来西亚的
And Master, I heard that
常来就喝这个菩提奶茶，
哦，
对，他说别有风味。
对
啊而且
I heard that people like to go to Malaysia to drink Bodhi
对，
milkshake.
特别好。
哎，我们大马那个评价一下
It's
哈，
really good.
是我
So for
我来就是
Malaysia-
给大家推荐的几种制作的小东西，大家你们选
I've
出前
recommended
3名
a
来大家
few
最喜欢的。
A few food to you, right? Can you all name the
你那
first
妹妹
three
用
that you
自己
love?
嘴觉真别理他，觉真。扁鹊三豆饮、
Bianche tree bean soup,
清肝明目茶、菩提
the
奶茶，这3
Bodhi
种哈是最受欢迎的。
Bodhi
我觉得各
milkshake,
禅堂都差不多，所以我
and
们在禅堂做
Bodhi
活动的时候哈，我们就要做这
bright
几样
eye
东西。
tea.
但平常呢，每天
So
哈
these are
我
the
们最少要
popular
注意
ones.
2样，好吧？
So every
不能两
day
样
we have
对
to
大家来
provide
吃得
2
健
types
康
so that when
吃
people
得长
come,
寿
they
有
can
欢喜
eat
就好，
and
好
enjoy
吧？
good health and longevity.
哎，那现在我们是
Thank
在
you, Master.
韩文平台上头
We are
哈，
now in the Korean
来准备
channel,
喊了哈。
好，
Korean YouTube channel. Let's
1、2、
chant.
3，咔嚓。
哎呀，这都不认识咋读呀？哎，来过来，小伙子，
How do you read this?
서면센터 홍화수
红花素。第二个呢，大风低风21，
서면센터
第
서면센터 김영순
金荣顺，金荣顺，好，这是第1版
恭喜
哈，
恭喜，太棒了！
恭喜恭喜
嗯，
啊！再来哈，
再来，好的，
Okay, let's try again.
1、2、3，停。看我们会读吗？
第一个怎么读呀？
鞍山，
鞍山县，小伙子读呀，
他不会，
不是你的韩语上都不会读呀？
他后头韩语是什么？
谢谢师傅
谢谢，感恩师傅。
哦，他说谢谢师傅，
哦，
好吧好吧。第二个是华申颂，华申颂，
后面说的什么？
这是写的韩语。
안산 찬타
鞍山禅堂，
哦
哦
师傅 我爱你
哦，
哦，
那第3位呢？
해운대 센터 이곤
哦，海文台 Center
이곤
伊坤，
哦，
好，恭喜恭喜，
恭喜恭喜，太棒了！
Congratulations.
6位，啊，韩文6位，
一共才33哈，
好，再来一
啊，
遍。
最后一版哈，
好嘞，
来来
Okay,
来
the，last one.
1、2、3，咔嚓。写这么多，
我第一个
这么过来了
海文台禅堂果日，
哦，
果日
恭喜！
啊，第二个
해운대 센터 난술
蓝素
공진师傅 感恩
啊，第3个
여명화 서면센터
西面
시민센터
西面禅堂的
哇，
哈，
老师傅都懂。
哦，我说懵啊，连听带懵啊，他蒙出来的哈，好，谢谢谢谢哈。
恭喜恭喜啊！
那么今天在这留言的哈，咱们这个课后我们在
After this
选出
class,
留言当中有所求的哈，
We will choose
在
a
我
few
们再选
people
出36
who
位来，
36 more people
给他，
who ask
就在这个上课的留言
who
过
have
程
some
之中
request.
我们会甄别 觉得他有这个需求的
we
话，
will feel
我
that
们记
they need
36颗一共哈。
好的，
在除此之外的
and we
另
will
36
give
颗
the beads to
就不
them.
在这里进行抽奖了，
So
好吧？
we'll another 36
大家
beads
知道
will
我
be
们
given
是有言
based
就
on
会
your
必
need
有行哈，
and not
说到
based
就会
on
做
the
到
lucky
哈。
draw here.
好，收起吧。好，你看我们这抽完之后已经快3个小时了哈，但是我觉得挺自在、挺痛快的哈。对，让这么多人受益哈。
I feel
大家
very
一直都在
very
看，
happy
就
here.
今天的这个内容非常的重要。就是你
Today's
是不是有了与邪气
whatever we
相关
talk
的
about
事
is
情
really
的话，
important.
你看一
No
下
matter
今天的
whether
视
you
频
have
当中讲
something
的一些
that
特征
you know
哈，
something related to
你
the
就会
evil
应该有印象哈。
energy.
对，从
Because you
我
have
们
heard
作为
this
禅修的人来说，
live
也要听。
broadcast, you have
从觉
an
得自己有点
impression
病的
in
人也
you.
在重听重看
So
了
at the
一两
same
遍，
time, for
你
people
就
who
会
are
受到
sick
启
and
发
not
的
well,
哈。在
even if
认
you
识这
hear
个
it a
问
few
题，
more
在
times,
当
I
中
believe
学
it
到
will
简
inspire
单的
you
解决这个问题
and
的
you
方
will
法
learn
哈。
simple method on how to
那
resolve the
我们
issue.
今天的直播就到这里哈。好，祝大家健康长寿，
So our live broadcast is still today. May you enjoy
全家吉
good
祥，
health and longevity.
出入平安。
May you enjoy good
我们下次直播再
energy.
见。
Be well, be auspicious. Thank you, everybody.
下的红